Oh, okay.
Cardiac arrest is literally the term of your heart stopped. Because that's literally what it means. Heart stop.
All right. We're live on Twitch. I think we got all our players that we're going to get until Kriya shows up.
Hello, Twitchlandia. Hello, Twitchlandia. I am so glad to actually be playing on tabletop and not on my phone.
Right.
We're playing Dark Sun, the miserable sandy beaches of murder.
Putting out
And it's
the word.
even not the most depressing setting.
Bird, bird, bird. Bird is the word. What do you mean this isn't the most depressing setting?
I said it's not the most.
Is there a more depressing setting?
Oh, I think it is.
No.
This is the most depressing.
What, Ravenloft?
You got Ravenloft, and you got what's his face? That vampire island thing.
I don't know. I think Dark Sun's worse than Ravenloft, but maybe I just don't know Ravenloft well enough.
Ravenloft, you got like madness points. Everybody eventually dies and turns into a shadow. Undead are everywhere. It's a demi-plane in the plane of shadow. I mean, there is no hope.
All right. Well, Dark Sun's certainly heading in that direction as well.
Yeah, it's kind of its own little demi-plane on the prime material plane, sort of. It's amazing how often that trope comes up. Like, Ravenloft is isolated from the rest of the prime materials. Kryn is, as well, in Dragonlance. And then you've got Athos, also isolated. Kind of weird.
I had an extra screen going on the Twitch there, so I got distracted for a moment.
Oh.
All right.
So we're getting attacked.
No, not necessarily. All right. So you guys are traveling after you defeated the Gith and the silkworm, and you harvested some cool stuff from the silkworm, like its skin and its venom. You return to your encampment. What happens at that point? You guys
if I
are
recall correctly, we were.
You're the leaders of this
resting.
camp, so. Yeah, some of you needed to rest. Some of you were injured, and you had healed up a bit.
Yeah. Where are my models? That's weird.
Is this foresty background always here?
It's been there for a while since we changed to this table.
Didn't even notice until now.
Has anybody seen my minis?
Oh, okay. I was about to ask for.
There's friends though. Oh, there they are.
Well, they always have to be moved off to your area after leaving any kind of like.
Oh yeah.
Like if I load a new.
That's exactly what somebody did.
Yeah, yeah. So they'll either be in your area or on the table. Yeah.
Are you guys? It's not showing you as being on tabletop.
Oh, sorry. I'll fix that.
So
we have eaten dry green and recovered our armlet.
Well, I don't know. We don't have to say that we ate him. We can just say that some people suggested it, and he decided he would run away, and in the process dropped it.
Fair enough.
He can jump pretty far, so I think he would be able to jump out of harm's way when some people try to grab him and eat him.
His daddy was a grasshopper.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to recall last session. So we had traveled the rest of the day. Then we had hunkered down for the night. And then when Brensa was asleep and not doing her normal little radar thing, the elves that we had been warned about at Fort Skag or Skrull or whatever the heck it's called had snuck up on us in their numbers.
You mean the Githyanki?
No, but there were elves. There were elven raiders.
Yeah.
And I was a little stuck as
40
to.
or 50 of them.
Yeah, and I was a little stuck as to like what their motivation was, because it seemed to be silly to attack 350 army with 40 or 50 guys.
Yeah.
When all the loot is in the middle, in the cart.
Well,
like
you have to think
I was
about
a little stuck on the logic.
You have to think about it as if your army is much more spread out than this. So, like,
Why would it be that spread out in the middle of the night when we're camping?
yeah, I don't know. Forget the elves. Who cares?
Oh.
So
Well, shit. Okay.
anyway, today you detect something, and your signal is like on the road headed this way, and there's some smoke on the horizon.
Smoke on the horizon.
You know, like sand from something moving on the road, just like your army produces.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of smoke
Oh.
produced by the movement of any troops on the sandy dunes.
Am I getting a ping in terms of distance and numbers and so forth?
Yeah, it's not many people. Maybe
Not many.
40 humanoids.
Okay. 40 humanoids. Well, guys, do you want to
And they're coming
scout
right
ahead
for
like we
us.
have? Yeah. Do we want to scout ahead like we've been doing?
No, I suggest we prep everyone. It's probably those elves we heard about last time.
They ran away. They saw the size of the army and they said, nope. They noped right out.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
All right. I guess. Like
You don't
sense
think
motive.
it
I guess.
could be Hanuman's army, do you?
No, it's only 40 or 50
Yeah,
guys.
40's
I mean,
That
This
would be
is-
enough for a scouting party.
This is supposed to be quite dramatic. You're supposed to see some dust on the horizon and be like, is that them? Is that the Urakite army? Are they here? Is this the final battle? And then I'm supposed to really draw it out and be like, the smoke billows and grows closer. Could it be them? And the whole army's getting real nervous, and it has this whole detailed stuff for that. So, like, Vrence's ability crushes
No.
the entire narrative I'm supposed to be doing here.
oh no.
So
it's
anyway,
only about
I,
40 guys.
It's only 40 guys.
It's only 40 guys.
All right.
I'm very sorry, Ninja, that I
It is what
happen
it
to
is.
have the character that kind of nerfs a lot of this stuff.
It kills the drama, but now you know it's not a sizable force. So what do you guys want to do?
All right. So well, it's too many for us to just approach as a scouting party. So I say we bring everybody in. So like, you know, kind of a tighter formation. So we're not kind of
Intimidate
spread
them
out.
with numbers.
Well, and for all we know, it's just a big, giant trading caravan like we ran into last time. Just, you know, writ large.
Maybe.
I don't know. Anybody have a different idea?
I got nothing.
Doesn't one of you two know the invisibility spell?
Nope.
Visibility.
Oh.
I know pass without a trace. That's not quite the same thing as visibility, and I'm pretty sure
Oh.
invisibility doesn't like affect 300 and some troops.
Well, I mean, what I'm thinking is
Scout.
yeah, just don't engage when we find out what it is. Scout
mean, one
and then
of-
report back to the army.
All right, so you gave the
Why
order
you
for
dr-
everybody to draw in close, and the people from each flank is going to pull in sort of like you see here. Normally they'd be much more spread out because each one of these figurines indicates a bunch of people, so it's supposed to be pretty widespread. And
I mean, we've got druids. I mean, one of you guys, instead of turning into something pinky or like starry, could turn into something very nimble and quick and scout ahead and come back. I mean, you'd be relatively,
That's not how our star forms work.
but you don't have to become a star
Mine
form.
does.
Do you?
I'm not a star druid. Yeah, I could turn into my large hyena and run 50 feet a second, so that's pretty quick.
Did you
I
want to
can
scout
only
ahead?
do that twice a day, though, so if they're, I guess, close, I can sort of do it and then just keep the form for a while.
I'd assume you have regular scouts that do go out ahead. It'd be sort of people in your forward grouping here. A lot of the Gith gladiators, they're pretty good scouts. Maybe like Tachadril and Kanla, they're pretty good scouts.
I was gonna say I think Quick Wenzer would just run in with absolutely no plan and get himself killed.
Well, he's fast.
Yeah.
He could be a good scout.
So, Dragon, you're not stuck having to be a starry form. It's an option. You can become a beast or starry form.
No, my wild shape has been replaced by my starry form.
Oh, is that a custom rule for this game?
No, that's the rule set down by the actual circle of stars.
As a bonus action, you can expend your use to use one of your wild shape to turn into a starry form
Yes,
rather
my
than
starry.
a form beast. Rather than turning into a beast. Which implies you can still turn into a beast.
Send me the link where you're reading this.
Oh, you have more powers than you thought.
Yeah.
Your character had a magic block.
It is an addition to. It's anyways how I'm reading it. It is.
Okay, yeah, and this is the same link that I got my. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I can turn into. Actually, I have a better idea. I have 8 rats.
They don't move fast, but yeah.
Oh yeah, you have those 8 rats. Don't you say they're gonna use them to eat the food and piss in the mouths?
He did.
I was
say that.
thinking. I was thinking about it
Plague
for
rats
Vin.
shitting in your food. Dun dun dun.
Oh yeah, well that was one of the plans I was gonna have. I could send a rat and still have enough to deal a lot of damage.
Mm-hmm.
After about an hour goes by, this group approaches from the front. Did anybody scout ahead?
I mean,
I sent
Did
one of my
we?
rats. I sent one of my rats with Long.
Long, you headed out.
Oh, I guess that's what's happening. I'm okay
But you
with
said that you could change into your giant hyena form and scout ahead, since you can move
yeah,
like.
Okay, then.
could
So
as
Long.
a possibility. But yeah, sure, I'll do it.
A rat jumps on your hyena back and clings furiously to your tufts of hair as you charge forward at high speed. You approach what appears to be a caravan, moving hastily in your direction. All of them appear injured and on the run, so I'll reveal the hidden area here.
On the run in towards our direction.
Okay. So, let's see. We got Caravan guy. He's on his Mechalot. He's a psionicist caravan driver, and there's some caravan guards, and the caravan guards are spread out to either side, and there's some mercenaries in the mix as well, and a few psionicists, but it seems like they've been in a battle, and many of them show signs of injury, cuts, and wounds, some of them limping. Even the Mechalot has battle damage on it. Parts of it, the wooden frame of it, look to be scorched by magical fire. Alright, so seeing that, what do you do?
It's all morgue.
We'll sprint back and report that to the group and ask, do you think we should raid them, finish them off maybe? Well,
Morg,
maybe probably
what are you
ask
saying?
them first.
There are a
but-
bunch of scared people running for their lives if what you say is true. We need to help them.
Yeah,
Maybe we
we're
can
about to
recruit
fight
them.
an army. Maybe
Recruiting them sounds good. They've got
recruiting
supplies.
them,
We could
looting
try
them,
to
or- yeah.
we could try to buy a requisition. They might be in the mood for, a little bit of vengeance. Doesn't
Yeah,
hurt
that's
to
true.
give them the good old sales pitch.
Yeah, we can recruit them.
Yeah, we can try it. 40 people.
It's better
would
than
add
raiding
to-
them.
Yeah. It would
I mean,
also hurt us too.
take losses. Yeah, exactly. Like, not only is it just not exactly nice, but we can't afford the losses.
Hmm.
Heck, even if we don't recruit all of them, if we can just get any of them to join us, it's a bonus.
Yeah.
Yeah, if we can take the caravan guards, which I can only assume are leveled fighters, if we can take the guards at least, we can send the rest of the caravan after we do some, trading of, necessary supplies. We can send the caravan back to Tyr, because there's no threats behind us except for whatever lies in the wastes.
And those elves.
Gith.
No,
elves.
elves.
There were elves
We
also.
killed
It
them,
happened. It happened later after you left, I think.
Yeah.
It was like the last thing that
So-
happened is a bunch of elves showed up.
Yep, and then they turned tail and ran when they saw how many of us there are.
They were a
Ooh,
scouting
we
party,
should-
and you guys were too sizable a force to tackle, so they took
But,
off running at high speed.
but these guys aren't. These guys are tasty treat for those 40, 50 elves. We can warn them and say, ahead is dangerous. We're heading off to war, but behind, you're going to be elf meat.
All right, so you don't
Doesn't
have
make
a whole
sense,
lot
but
of
you know what
time
I'm trying
to
to say.
report before they start to approach your large force, because they were coming right at you on the main road at high speed.
Okay.
All right,
So here they
so
come.
let's play diplomat.
All right, so the Mechalot trots up. It seems exhausted. It's got a bunch of sweat. I don't know. Do lizards like the sweat?
No,
Probably not, right? So
in fact,
it's
only a few mammals can sweat.
maybe its tongue is out. Is that how I would do it?
Yeah.
Like a dog, maybe.
Yeah. Well, lizards don't really overheat. They get tired, but they don't overheat because they're cold-blooded.
Yeah. So the troop draws to a stop. They seem a little bit scared. And like I said, many of them are wounded. So they draw in close to the Mechalot when your group approaches to discuss things. This guy steps forward. He's a trader. He'll say his name is Gumnock. He's a trader, and he says, "Please, I need your help. We were under attack. Before we had chance to
happened?
break camp during the night, 50 elf marauders attacked. They had murdered some of our
Oh,
guards,
that's where they went.
slaughtering the sleeping. We barely managed to escape with our lives."
Well, if you stick with us, there shouldn't be any problems with that.
We lost 2 other Mechalots. I'm just glad I managed to save this one that I was in command of.
Oh, that is fortunate.
Yes, if you'd like, you can travel with us.
So this is like turnabout. You said you were going to warn them, but in fact, they're here to warn you.
Uh,
How long ago would you say you were attacked?
An hour.
I look at the others and say, if we hurry, we could probably catch those marauders and possibly recover some of the supplies this caravan has lost.
They'll head into the high desert. It's difficult
Yeah.
terrain.
I was
Right.
gonna say they're raiders. We're this big bulky army.
I'm not thinking about that. I'm thinking about the Mechalots. Unless they kill the Mechalots and then have to transport all that supplies by themselves, there's no way that they're going to be able to get all those supplies out in a rather rapid pace.
But even with the Mechalots, they're still gonna be faster and more nimble than a whole freaking army. We'd have to send a small force against them, and then we're outnumbered.
I think it's better to just bring the party in, like this caravan with us.
Yeah, and keep an extra watch out at night.
Well, we have Brent's ability.
Well,
I
he
can't
sleeps
keep it
some-
going all
she
night.
sleeps sometime. Yeah, she sleeps.
Gumnock agrees that there is strength in numbers, although he's not sure you're traveling in the right direction, so he asks where you're headed.
Well, here's the thing. You might be trading some trouble for more trouble down the line. We're off to war with her.
All right, so this is shocking news to them. They didn't know there was a war about to happen. And many of them look over their shoulders back down the road to Uruk and then look at your sizable force here. Realizing they're smack dab in the middle of it, the trader Gumnock shakes his head and says, "We'll be moving on. We'll pass your group and continue to the west."
All right. Traxxas will tell them, if you continue down the road and take a right at the fork, Tyr is that way. You'll find safe haven there. It is a free city now.
All right, this news also shocks Gumnock. Many of the people in the caravan here are in disbelief. What do you mean a free city? What happened to Kalik?
He's
Out of
dead.
character. I mean, if they know that, they might be thinking like, well, you guys are from there. You're gonna go fight a war. If you lose, the next thing is like your city's gonna be under siege now. don't know if it's safe to go over there.
Gumnock
Yeah.
says that they might have to head west and south rather than west and north into Tyr if the Uruk army is coming to crush you. I don't know if your force
but
will
we'll
be
crush
enough.
them.
It's been enough
That's-
so far. We've faced a lot
why
of dangers
you
out here
should
before we
join
came
us.
across.
Gumnock seems to
We're-
think that only sorcerer kings can win against other sorcerer kings, but he wishes you well in your future battle, in the battle to come.
That may have been true in the past, but we defeated a sorcerer king.
Not us.
All right, well, like you could literally
The
like
collective we.
you could point at the wagon, and the guy who threw the spear that killed Kalik is right on the front of the wagon there.
Yeah, it was a collective we. Like we the Tyrians.
Yes, well,
Adopted. Some of us are
specifically
adopted.
the gladiators. They led the way.
Yeah. They did.
All right, so you give this guy a bunch of news. He's very thankful that you're filling him in on all of this useful stuff. It's really going to help him keep his people alive and out of harm's way. He's going to offer you 100 silver in thanks for the information.
Ooh,
Oh shit!
let's
Nice.
add that to the loot card.
How many people are here? Only 4 of us. Split it 4 ways.
Where's the money? There's the money card.
It's gems. Silver.
So 100 SP from trade here.
Should have actually seen if they would have had any water that they could have possibly given us.
We
That
just
was,
refilled on water.
That was sort of a bribe. Like in the thing, it says that he'll bribe his way out of most things. But you were friendly enough that he just offered it just out of courtesy. Like here's a little money to help the war effort. I'll be on my way now. A
Please
donation.
don't rob me.
Right. Basically.
Who knows? We might come across a nomadic village somewhere out in this desert.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask him if he's like, since he was like from that way, he didn't see another army, did he?
No. He was shocked to hear the news. Nobody's heard
Okay.
another army was even on the way.
But Dragon, we're good on water because after the combat, we made for, was it Fort Scrag? Or I can't remember the name of it. The fort that's at the crossroads, and we refilled up on water.
I mean, at
All right.
this point, like, I don't know, out of character, that I feel like I know that we are supposed to have an army fight, but also at the same time, I'm like, in game at this point, I'm like, I don't know, and I would start questioning to, who is the leader again of the gladiators? Rickus or something?
Rikus. Yep.
Rickus.
Jesus, yeah.
Yeah, it'd be like, if they don't even know there's an army coming and it's not like even on the road.
Well,
Like,
you
how
have to.
far are we willing to travel away from our city to start the fight?
Well, you also have to think about the distance between Tyr and Uruk itself. They
Right, no, I
they
know
could
it's
have
far, but,
they
like,
could have left Uruk and been heading this way, and the army could be like, I don't know, days, maybe a week behind them.
So you think
probably
they were
days.
still preparing a long time? I mean,
No,
I guess it is only our second day leaving Tyr, right?
Well, what I'm saying is that that caravan, if it went to Uruk, if it went to Uruk, it probably left Uruk before the Urukites even assembled their army.
Hmm.
I'm a bit late. What's up, guys?
Hello.
Hey,
Yes, you are late.
So, but anyways, my point is, how far, like, are we going to travel away from our own city in order to quote unquote protect it?
We already have a point at which we are going to stop, which is to
Oh,
the
really? Okay,
northwest of Cled.
Okay, northeast.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
northeast.
So all that's happened is everybody detected some people on the road. It turned out to be a caravan that had been attacked by the elves that were trying to scout to attack this army. They opted to attack a smaller caravan that was east of you instead. and that caravan came running this way. They lost a couple of mechalots and a lot of people, but they're headed west, and there was just some discussion and trading of information between the scouts and the PCs and the caravan.
All right.
I'm a little surprised Traxxas didn't offer to heal anybody.
I would have, but there were too many injured for me to be able to heal everyone.
Yeah, but
I mean-
would have used all your spell slots for the day too. You might need them
Yeah.
yourself.
I've been still procuring good berries for every day. You know, we're not every night we're not in a fight. So that's. Let me check
40
my
40 good
spell
berries.
points. I can't remember if I had 3 or 4 first level spell slots.
Should have.
Yeah, I have 4. So I've been producing 40 good berries for giving at least 1 to each person in a unit, 10-person unit. So that's 4 units per night that I've been supplying with a single good berry.
And I'm sure they appreciate it. Thank you, O druid of the land. Amazing, a berry. I've never seen a berry. Have you seen a berry of this sort? All right, they're impressed. Magic. Druid magic. People like that too.
Yeah,
They also-
you seem to think that anything that enhances nature would be crazy popular.
It is.
Give them the
Yeah,
berry.
because it's not defiler magic.
Yeah. You show somebody a plant you grew, they'll think it's a miracle.
Now, what if you teach that plant to go and start walking and talking and dancing a jig?
Then you can open a circus and make some money. Some real cash.
Nice. Hey guys, next campaign. That's what we're doing after we defeat Uruk. We are the wandering circus of plant freaks.
It'd be kind of funny if you just operated a freak show or you just like capture monsters and put them in cages and bring them from town to town.
Yeah. We could do that. Who said?
Wait. So our plan is to cage druids and repeatedly ask them to cast a good berry?
No.
Yes.
That's mean. Nobody.
All
would
the
do that
animal
to a
acts are
druid.
actually transformed druids.
I mean,
No,
if
Then you
Long
don't need
were
to train the animals.
if Long were to prepare Goodberry as one of his spells, he could also do 4 times a night
I do.
good berries.
Yeah, I have that.
Okay. So it's been what, 2 nights since we left the city?
One.
like
This is
4.
the next day.
Okay,
No,
I
'cause we
will.
left here or the fort.
I have a timeline, right? So my timeline goes like so. So on day
I know.
day
we
1,
went-
you have a muster. Day 2, you picked your marching orders and scouting stuff, and then day 3 and day 4, you dealt with like the desertion shit, and then there's like the Gith attack. And then it says like the merchant and the elf thing happens on day 5, 6, and 7, but I've sort of like shrunk that down a bit because you really bypass a couple things pretty quick there that should have taken longer. So you're probably like really actually on day 5 here.
Okay, so that's 800 times 5, which means 400, which means we actually are now getting people who have more than 1 berry.
Okay, so after the merchant attack, the elves seem to have been content with the amount of stuff that they took. So the elves, their attack happened on the road, probably about here, where I just marked on the little map in red there. So the elves, after the attack, they're gonna leave tracks which indicate that they went this way. All right, so the army continues its movement, and you're gonna arrive at that point there where you find signs of the attack, corpses, stuff that was on fire that's burned down by now, and the tracks that lead off into the deep desert. If you did want to pursue the elves, you'd have to deviate from the road here.
It does not sound
Yeah.
like a good idea.
Are there dead mechalots there as well?
The Mechalots weren't killed, but the drivers were. And when the psionic driver of a Mechalot is killed, they start to just do whatever they want. You can't control a Mechalot without a psionic driver. So the Mechalots probably wandered away. There'd be some big footprints, but they've gone wherever they wanted in search of food or something.
Grenza, I think I have a job for you.
I'm going to say the Mechalots would have headed towards the alluvial sand waste in this direction.
Do we have more Mechalot drivers that can pilot them?
I was thinking
Tracking.
food.
So we're just going to try to lure them naturally with food.
That doesn't work.
Without specifically driving.
That does not work at all.
Say that we can use Zom as food.
Like I said, it's pretty specific that you can only control a Mechalot with a psionic driver.
No. I'm saying kill the Mechalots for food.
No.
Oh, no.
That would be hard.
You don't want to try that. Yeah, Brenta immediately looks at you and says, that's a bad idea.
Ooh. You get
Don't piss one off.
Have you seen the baby goats from Overlord? He's stomping on people.
No, I haven't.
No, I have not.
So imagine a Mechalot is like 3 elephants big.
How many hit points?
A lot.
A lot.
I mean, more than probably our party combined twice over each.
What? So I should have bought one. Is that what you're saying?
I don't even know if they have an actual attack because they're like herbivores and they're slow so much that they just like walk in your direction and you get turned into paste.
I have animal friendship. I can make them calm and just everybody simultaneously attack them and just.
So the Mechalot's cool because it just walks into you and knocks you over. It's a DC 19 strength saving throw where you go prone, and then they have advantage to bite you at that point. And their bite does 2d6 plus 9 piercing damage. And then
Only 2d6.
you have to make a DC 19 dex save or you just get swallowed whole, at which point you become blinded and restrained. And you take an additional 3d6 acid damage at the start of each of the Mechalot's turns.
Yeah,
That's pretty bad.
Brenta's not about to go Mechalot hunting.
So we continue our march then.
Yes. I mean, we could mark on our map generally where they're at, where these raiders went. Maybe one day we'll have the opportunity to
Clear their raiding camp.
clear out. Yeah, exactly. Clear out some bandits.
You said they
That's
were at
if they
the
stay
south
in
of
one
this
place.
road? Yeah, I'm
It's-
pretty sure raiders are kind of nomadic a little bit.
Yeah, the
They
elves
can
travel
be.
all around here. They run through the areas not near the road, and they just raid the road to attack caravans, and they return back out into the waste there.
Moving on.
They have knowledge of oases out here where they can survive. They can move from an oasis to an oasis and survive way out in the desert, but most of the city folk, if they try to go out into the desert, they don't know where those spots are and they just die. So most people don't chase them when they run out into the desert there.
Those are fast too. Way faster than humans.
Very fast. Okay, so some time passes. You probably have to make camp here somewhere, and then we'll go into day 6. So you have people marching around on guard duty during the night to keep watch for those elves in case they try to attack, but it doesn't seem likely they will at this point. And during the night, well, the weather's not too
Make
bad.
Sure we have double guard.
Not too bad, but how bad is it?
Well, okay, you're in the deep desert. At night, it gets pretty cold. Everybody has to have a fire or bundle up. A lot of people are gathered together in huddles. Your encampment makes it through the night without anybody dying of hypothermia this time.
We all do some group bonding.
Okay, and
Near
then
the fire, sing kumbaya.
the next morning arrives.
Eat our good berries.
You're having some luck with the rolls. The next day, the weather's pretty tame. It seemed like there was a haboob the other day when you fought the Gith, and it was very bad weather. A lot of people had to bundle against the sand or be sandblasted by it. So today, You don't have that problem. It's a clear day, and the temperature does rise up to about like 120 degrees around noontime. But people are used to that, and so they drink the water. They continue marching along. There's a lot of complaints. There's some rumors among the army. Let's see here.
Oh. If it's complaining about food again, I swear to God.
There are rumors that some Templars resent being commanded by gladiators.
Wait, Templars are being commanded by the gladiators?
Yeah, there continue to be rumors that officers are getting better food or more food than the troops. That sort of rumor is rampant everywhere all the time.
Yeah, as we said before, we fixed the fucking food problem.
Many people are cynical, and there's a rumor floating around that Tithian secretly hopes that everyone in this army will just die in the desert. That everybody here is some sort of threat to Tithian's new power, and he just wants to get rid of us fighting another army, and he'll be left alive afterwards. So, some cynical people have rumors like that going around.
I'll catch the one about Tithian sending us out here as basically Cannon Father and say, would he really do that if he didn't think that we could win? If we lose, the entire Urukite army will descend upon Tyr. And do you think Tithian, a lone man, can stand against an army?
Well said. All right, so you try to sway the troops, and many of them just sort of cast their eyes down to the ground and return to their marching along. You're going to be able to travel pretty far today, but you get to this point in the road here, and your map people are going to indicate that if we want to get to Uruk, we're going to have to leave the safety of the road and enter into the Alluvial Sand Wastes. This is much more difficult terrain this way.
There's no road that keeps going up around it.
There is a road, but it goes east.
Okay.
It eventually goes back north, but I think it's like way out of the way.
Trexus will have a look at the map and say, "Follow me. I know these wastes well."
All right. Okay. The trail plunges into the desert, roughly holding to the course of the Tyr Road for miles. It winds its way past gaunt outcroppings of rock rising above the sandy dunes, jagged stones, slice your sandals. There's little time to waste, for even now the trail's vanishing as the winds sweep the sand smooth again. Your men are thirsty and tired. The day is still broiling hot, even at this late hour. The men rouse from the torpor of the march only long enough to look anxiously towards the setting sun. Soon darkness and all its horrors will sweep down upon them. All right, so you enter into some very rough terrain, and it slows your caravan down pretty dramatically now that you're not on the road anymore. Diamond, did you want to make some sort of roll to try to trailblaze and pick a faster course or something?
I have a background. I have a background that actually allows me to have photographic memory. I can't remember if it was Far Traveler or Hermit, but I know one of the two allowed me to remember with perfect photographic memory where I have been.
And Brent's the ranger ability you nerfed a little bit, so rangers are able to navigate without fail unless there's some magical prevention, and then you had knocked that down to just advantage on navigation checks.
That sounds good. I don't have anything to help, but
so I'm not quite sure if you want us to both make rolls or how you want to game that out, Ninja.
Well, yes, but my character knows. But being that my character has photographic memory, my character would also have memories of oases that they came across when traveling the wastes. Remember, they were traveling from Uruk because they came from past Uruk, traveling from Uruk towards Tyr and got caught in the wastes in between Tyr and Uruk.
All right.
Do
And if
remember the
you wanna roll for
Crescent
it,
Dunes?
if you wanna roll for it, Dragon, go
Yeah.
for it.
I'll roll
So-
survival because
Sia, give him bardic inspiration. Give him bardic inspiration.
Wait, who do you want me to give the bardic inspiration to?
Can I
Okay,
give
who's
you
your
guidance?
Diamond? Yeah, give it to Diamond
you
since
guidance.
he's yeah.
All right, yep. I give one bardic inspiration to Diamond.
Okay.
Gonna make this work.
Diamond the guidance.
all right. Roll your modifier for me.
Okay.
It's 1d4 for bardic inspiration, isn't it?
D6.
It's D6. Guidance is a +4.
You don't have to use my roll, but go ahead.
I got a 4.
Okay, so that's 9, and somebody else is casting guidance, I assume.
I did. I said it's a 4.
Okay, so
Nice.
What's your total?
Maximum power.
d20 plus 13.
Is it gonna be? I won. Nice.
Do we find oases?
All right. What happens with a 21? Today's search has carried you out into the sandy dunes beyond the broken lands. The undulating mounds with deep valleys and foot-slogging slopes are difficult to traverse. You're in a bit of a bowl when the winds have scooped out, or where the winds have scooped out steep sides. Once at the top, you'll have a good view of the surrounding area. So, Diamond, you have an option to select a route. Cautious advance, normal advance, or reckless advance.
Normal advance.
Okay. As you approach the top of the ridge by marching straight forward, you'll notice in the distance you can see that the Urukite army is there, way off in the distance.
Ooh.
From your vantage point, you can see the advance forces of the Urukite army are scouting around, and they're spread out pretty far through the desert, but you can make out Urukite Templars leading bands of Urukite scouts. And all right.
How many does he see? Can he count?
It's too far to see, and you don't have Rentz's ability to just know numbers, right? They have to be outside of 5 miles for Rentz not to have detected them, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So they're a little bit beyond that point.
So Traxxas is at the top of the ridge. Everybody else is kind of like slightly behind, I'm assuming.
Sure.
All right. So Traxxas will come back to the party and say, "They're closer than we thought."
We're about to get a drop on them.
Well, Traxxas will tell the party that he thinks it's only scouting parties that he saw, but they were still quite a sizable force spread out over a wide area.
I think if we can like maybe we can like get them into like one of these kind of like bowls areas of the dunes, and then we'll be like waiting at the top and surround them, like make a U shape for them to go into, and we can close in on them and hopefully kill off this scouting party and reduce a sizable chunk of their force.
We have need of your services. You're an Urukite. You can infiltrate and find out what these Urukites are planning.
Ooh, good idea. Good idea.
Give him just in case. Give him bardic inspiration and.
Isn't this kind of dangerous though? Like
it is extremely dangerous.
Me or Long can cast Pass Without a Trace on Vrenza, so as soon as he gets clear, he should just be able to lose Anybody.
Pass without a trace is
realize,
centered on you. You'd have to
yeah,
come
you
with me.
realize you have to be like 30 feet next to him or something.
Yeah.
So you would have to go along too.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
then the
I'll go
other,
along. I'll go along with
the
Brensa.
yeah. I mean, there's nothing stopping him from coming as a rat or something on my shoulder, or riding Daggermaw as a noble steed.
Okay, Princess Fiona.
Hey,
Actually, wait. Actually, never mind. I remember
Actually, you
cast
can
in
be
front of
princess
me.
if you're riding the steed.
I was about to say I could cast a Sky Self on him, but that wouldn't go well.
so,
Yeah.
Brensa's game, she has some concerns, namely that she may not have shared this before, but she's probably wanted in Uruk. And she
And you
doesn't
could
know how well that information may have spread by now.
Well-
What did you do?
Brensa's not quite ready to share that particular bit
I
of information yet. She's not
I-
sure. Like she's again, Brensa isn't sure if she is wanted or not, but there is a very high, distinct possibility that
Well-
that is the case.
if you decide to share that knowledge, I do have a contingency plan for in case there would be this sort of a problem. So Traxxas
She'll share that
tells-
she's probably wanted. She just didn't answer Norcus's question as to why.
Right. Okay. So Traxxas tells Brensa, well, you see, it's very simple. If you are still wanted, you could just say that you pledge your loyalty to the Uruk army to help in the upcoming battle to clear yourself.
You think that would just automatically like alleviate suspicions or clear?
No, that's
wanted
not the way
person?
Uruk works. That is very much not the way the law works in Uruk.
Well, if it comes down to it, you
To
can
put
just
it in
escape
kind
riding
of out
on
of
me.
character terms,
Are
fair
there
enough.
are
Yep.
there horses? Oh wait, no, there's not. What can I wild shape into?
Only things you've seen before.
Codlu.
So I can
You've
wild
probably seen
shape
a Codlu
into a
before.
Mechalot, or what was our squish
Well,
dino called
the
again?
CR has to be.
Two or lower?
I don't remember. That's only
No,
No.
for
moon
circle.
has to be what, half or lower, I think,
Yours is-
for a non-moon circle.
Yeah, theirs is way lower.
Nah.
Like you
Way,
can
way,
make a
way lower.
rat or something, or a spider, or like a small snake.
Well, what is the DR of or CR of a Codlu?
Two.
Yeah, Crodley's kind of high.
Codlus are 1. Codlu heavy are 2, so that's not gonna work. Oh wait, here. There's a CR list. The end of it. So CR 1/2, I think is what they can be. Erdlu. That's what I'm looking for. Erdlu, not Codlu.
Let's see. I got a list here. Ape, giant ant, giant hornet, constrictor snake, pseudo dragon, giant badger, giant centipede, giant lizard. Well, hang on. Those are actually a quarter. The halves were stopping at giant hornet. So giant hornet, giant ant, and ape are half. And then
All right.
a quarter is like the giant centipede, the giant lizard, the huge bat, giant rat.
Yeah, but what about Erdlus? Because Erdlus are half a half a CR, and they're common mounts. So he probably would have seen one of those.
I might have used a different stat block for the Erdlu because it's not listed there.
It's in the Dark
I'm looking it up in.
Frontiers.
Yeah, I'm
the
looking
official
in Dark Sun.
Frontiers. It's a half. It's a CR half CR.
Awesome. If things get dicey, I'll change into an Erdlu, and you can ride me to safety.
Now, you know what? My list
Their
isn't done yet.
Speed is 30, so they're not any faster. But
What is it? Half, you said?
Yeah.
I didn't have that.
I believe it's half.
I didn't have that entry done. So I don't know. I
I
have a
mean-
CR list, but I only have about half of it filled in. So
Also, they're only medium
Getting there.
sized for the half CR. The large ones that are probably like actually writable by another medium creature is CR1.
Oh well.
Oh, you're right.
How about
Man,
an ape? Apes are strong.
can't- I mean, you don't have to turn into anything particularly strong.
Kank
Well,
is CR1. You could turn into a Kank.
He can't.
No.
He can only turn to half CR stuff.
Right.
Right?
gotta be half.
Your druid level
Oh
is 4
no,
or 5.
a quarter.
It's 4.
Okay, so an Erdlu is a quarter.
Yeah, if you're a druid 4, then you can turn into half CR stuff.
Half, yeah. So wild shape at second level is CR 1/4, and it cannot have a flying or swimming speed.
Erdlu just have a
Actually-
50-foot run speed, so they're real quick.
Did we level up after the? Because all of you are level 5 because I missed a session.
Oh yeah, if you're level 4, yeah. So you can have a CR 1/2, and you can have anything that can run, climb, or swim, just not fly.
Right.
Even if you are level 5, it doesn't like increase your CR of what you can transform into.
No,
Until
the next
8.
level up is 8. Yeah.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah, I'm just trying to think of a quick escape plan. So an ape can probably move at a greater speed, and I could carry you on my back with my strength.
Well, Vrensa and Daggermaw, if they're traveling alone in the wilderness, we get to ignore difficult terrain and penalties to stealth.
The ape is
See,
CR1
so-
half.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, Vrensa's probably better off going by herself with just Daggermaw because we have a bunch of movement stuff that doesn't work in groups.
All right, fair enough.
Are you gonna scout?
Yeah, Vrensa's gonna scout ahead. Did Sia didn't Stoll end up giving me inspiration?
Bardic inspiration, yes.
Yes, he
Okay.
did.
Okay. So I've got Bardic Inspiration. I've got Enhanced Ability. And I have Psionic Wild Feet Dexterity. So I could stack all that together and get one heck of a stealth roll.
As long as you don't roll low.
Excellent.
Well,
Well, I just hope you don't get
Yeah.
a natural 1.
as long as I don't roll low, yes. So, yeah, let's do that. I'd have to roll low twice if I use Enhanced Ability because
You get advantage
that-
on your roll.
that gives me advantage, exactly. So I'm casting Cat's Grace on my Sentinel. And then I will, let's see, I will use my, so I will use the D6 from Bardic Inspiration and a D8 for my Psionic dice and see what that adds to my modifier. So, max 14. However, that means my Psionic dice is now D6. So 14 added to my already normal of plus, let's see, plus 5 to stealth. No, sorry, plus 7 to stealth. So plus 19 and advantage.
If you roll a nat 20, I swear to God.
Oh, hold on. I did that wrong.
Super failure.
Okay.
That's negative and it's that rolled in literal 0.
So 34 is my stealth roll. I am the knight.
Wait, really quickly, Ninja.
All right. So where do you go when you're stealthy?
Where you go?
What was that?
Where do you
going?
go? What
Where
do you
is
do?
stealthy?
Vrensa's gonna go and sneak up to the scouting party and see what she sees.
Is there anything below a critical fail? Like you have a -1, you roll a natural 1, you roll a 0. Is it possible to get below a critical fail?
And so
You can get a bit negative,
Vrensa,
yeah.
so with my ability, so Vrensa with the Natural Explorer, she gets to ignore difficult terrain, um, and blah, 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 blah. And then she gets to move stealthily at normal pace, so rather than half speed, if she's alone or with her pet.
Okay.
So we'll make decent time, I would assume.
Yep.
Just got
Are you-
ahead.
Are you just going up like 5 miles within so you can see their numbers, or
Yeah, well, first of all, as soon as the radar goes off, I'll see like what their numbers are and decide at that point if I'm going to keep approaching.
they might be a little bit spread out though, so we might have to go a little bit deeper than 5 miles to see like all
Yeah, yeah. Well, I'll start approaching. I'll see what I see. So what do I sense as I start getting closer there, Ninja?
All right. Well, the scouting parties have turned into ambush preparations, and they've got a bunch of ambush spots spread out throughout the area ahead of your army.
All right. How far apart are each of these ambush spots?
Let's see.
Like, are they within eyesight of each other, or a couple miles apart, like just to see who gets hit first, kind of thing?
Yeah, a few miles apart, I think.
Okay, okay. So Branson's gonna get closer, and is it kind of like a line across,
All right. Well,
so to speak?
for example, there's like one spot where you can ping, and there's definitely like 6. Make that 10 humanoids in one spot, and maybe like slightly different numbers in the next one, and slightly different numbers in the next one. But 10 in this first one
Okay.
here.
And then they're all kind of spread. So they're not within eyesight or communication distance of each other, then.
Maybe.
Well, right. I'm not turning out magic, but I'm talking about
Well,
more
even a
mundane.
horn would carry over a mile.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay. And do I
I'll be right
sense
back.
it? Do I sense anything beyond them?
Well, the full army was moving in this direction, but it hasn't gotten here yet. You haven't detected a very large number of people yet.
Okay.
These are the forward fingers, the little tendrils of the Urukite army, scouting, making sure that you haven't set an ambush for them, and then setting an ambush for you once they realize it's all clear.
Okay.
Hey there.
Hello.
Hi, Krius.
Hey,
So,
I made it.
yeah.
Yo, what's up, Chris?
You only missed a little bit.
Is this the elves or is it the
Oh, the elves are
The-
gone.
The
Yeah.
elves have been avoided. They saw our numbers and ran away and attacked a different caravan that was much smaller.
Fuck, we should have chased them. Fucking hell.
We ran into that caravan, gave them the news of the war. They kind of gave us 100 silver pieces for being nice and not robbing them. We didn't even have to threaten. They just like said, here's some money. Can we go?
So what are we looking
And-
at here?
So right now, if you look over here at the map, we've gone one day into the Alluvial Wastes. We saw some smoker. Traxxas saw some signs of activity up ahead. Vrensa's gone alone with Daggermaw since we are pretty.
Yeah,
We're
just
able to
going
move.
up.
We've got all these advantages to move. If it's just me and Daggermaw, so we're scouting out ahead. And so what it is ahead of us, kind of in a line, there's a bunch of different ambush spots that have between maybe a half dozen and 10 guys set up. They're blocking the road ahead. They're a distance apart, but if they use some sort of signal flare or like a horn, like Ninja suggested, it's not like they can't get some sort of signal to each other. So the question is what do we want to do? So Brensa, when she scouted ahead and seeing that the main army is not there, it's just some ambushers, is probably going to return back to the main army and report what she has observed lies ahead of us. I guess the question is do we think we can take out, if we take them, one at a time, do you think we can take out these ambush spots before they have a chance to signal their buddies? Because if we can't, then it's almost like we might as well just kind of almost run into them.
We'd have to bring our gladiator force and then just basically do an elite unit and ambush their ambushes while their spots.
Right.
Kind of quickly kill them before they can do anything without signaling the other ones. And we're going to have to do that multiple times. So
it's not impossible.
Have to do all of that in one day, so we're not going to be able to get a long rest. So we're probably going to have to fight like 5 different scout groups and do this.
Yeah, they're each
But
fairly
assuming
small.
we do it quick, we're probably not going to take much damage if we can do it like really well.
Mm-hmm. If we can ambush the ambushers, each group is relatively small. Like I said, half a dozen to a dozen or so.
Oh, is that the plan? You want to sneak up and ambush the ambusher?
Yeah, and I think that's what Vrensa thinks makes sense. Because at the end of the day, if they set off a signal, it's no worse for us than if, they had detected us initially. We don't lose anything by the fact that, we weren't able to do it successfully. They're still going to detect us one way or the other.
We can just try to take as many as we can, and
right.
If they can
and if we get,
we're expecting that to happen.
Right, and if we get lucky, we take them all out.
Yeah, the main thing for us is if we're lucky, we can clear up about 50 or so guys by clearing out these few ambush groups one at a time.
I mean, we're going to have to go and probably keep doing pass without a trace over and over again to sneak up on them. So it's going to require a lot of spell management from the druids.
I can only do it twice.
I'm not sure I'm going to be able to help much for that one, because as soon as I start casting a spell, it's going to signal.
Yeah, you're going to have to be a bit more subtle than fire magic.
Yeah, and that's mainly what I have.
Yeah.
I could be there for support, but I won't be able to attack.
Well, grab a crossbow from the cart, and if we have enough ranged attacks, we might pick them out in the surprise round.
I can take a look at.
Not trying to meta too much, but
No, I know I could do that, but I could also do some support spells for the group.
Yeah.
I'll probably pick up a crossbow or something, or a bow or something, if we have spares in our Mechalot cart.
So Vrensa suggests that we start from one end and work our way across rather than in the middle and try to work out. So if this is a plan, do we want to start with the eastern guys or the western guys?
Wait, so we're not going Mission Impossible?
We are. We're going to try to roll them up from one side to the next.
Oh, okay.
Are you picturing what I'm trying to say?
Yes, maybe. Okay. Quite possibly. Can you try to explain it again, though?
So there's a bunch of ambushes up ahead of us in a line across our general path. So rather than just running into each one, we're going to go and start on either the eastern or the western side and try to take out each ambush position with our own counter ambush. Hopefully, stealthily enough and fast enough that they don't get a chance to send out a signal warning the other camps that we're here.
I made some marks on the map here. You can see that there are the forward scout positions that you detected along the line here, and you can assume the bulk of their army is further beyond that.
All right. So we're going to counter ambush.
Right. So if we fail and get a signal off, we're no worse off than if we just ran right into their ambushes. So we haven't lost anything. Every group we take out ahead of time is that many less soldiers for the actual war. And if we get really lucky, they don't have any warning that we took their scouts out.
So this is Mission Impossible.
Yes, it is now.
Yeah, I guess.
And literally impossible at that point. You're not gonna scout out.
Hold up, hold up. Someone's calling me. Good one.
So, what do we want to do? Should we take the stealthiest of the
I'm back.
of
What
the?
happened?
We're playing
We're
stealth
discussing
missions.
strategy. We're doing Mission Impossible stealth missions. Take out the ambushes with our own counter ambushes.
Okay, so
Traxxas, do you also have Pass Without a Trace prepared or no?
let me see. Nope.
You guys have basically
All
stopped the
right.
caravan, so Rikus is going to come and demand some information. Fill him in on what all's been going on, and that's probably going to take a little while. And then word will spread throughout the army, and a bunch of the lieutenants are going to want to be involved in the planning phase.
Okay, I'm back now. Sorry.
Okay.
What kind of a terrain is this? Like
It's the
landscape?
Alluvial Wastes. It's incredibly rough, silty terrain. Big sandy dunes everywhere, constantly shifting, sandstorms all the time.
So kind of like when you picture the Sahara in your brain.
I bet the Sahara is like a flat desert. I wasn't picturing like giant dunes.
So it's not a scrub plane, for fuck's sake.
No.
The only place I have an advantage on stealthing.
So it's the alluvial sand waste. So big dunes, sand.
Vren, so
Not
you
much
were able
cover.
to get the positions of those
Yeah.
ambush spots, right?
And their numbers, they're between half a dozen to a dozen each.
How many
Each?
targets? How many targets
Each.
can Pass Without a Trace be cast on?
I think as many as can fit within 30-foot circle of the caster. So
I
quite
have
a
an
few.
idea. What if we split the army and make them fight on two fronts?
No, because we have no guarantee they'll go for it. They could send all their guys against one half and defeat us in detail.
Right, but if the army is moving at the same pace,
Yeah.
it'll close. So basically, if one side gets attacked, the other side will be coming in from their backside, and they'll basically be pincered in.
Yeah, there's advantages to both, but pincer moves are a high risk affair because you have to have perfect coordination and timing. Because if you fail doing the pincer, then they're going to defeat you in detail because they're going to number you crazily heavily.
Now, the one thing I would be curious to see is that when we take one of these groups or some of these groups, do they have some sort of like traps in the road set up? Because that might be one of the things they're doing.
There's no road. This is wasteland.
Hey guys,
Well,
I
wasteland.
found the part in the book here. So let me describe the terrain for you. The sandy wastes. They are what many people imagine when they think of open desert. Vast expanses of yellow sand piled into dunes of various shapes and sizes. There are many different kinds of dunes. Where there's strong, steady wind blowing from one direction, the dunes are called mechalot dunes. This is because of their great size and shape, which resembles the hump of a mechalot's back, stretching anywhere from a half to several miles in length and lying parallel to the path of the wind. These dunes often rise as high as 750 feet. That's why you had to go up to the edge of the dune to look over to see the army out there.
What direction is the wind blowing
They
in right
seem
now?
mountain-esque. Probably to the west, I think.
Is there a way during the fight that we have height advantage?
Maybe. Wave dunes are the product of moderate winds which blow steadily from one direction. They look like an oasis pond on a windy day, with sharp, evenly spaced ridges of sand. The crests of these dunes are only between 50 and 100 feet high. Not difficult to cross, but regularly... Let's see. But I have known the regularity of their spacing to drive impatient moles into a killing frenzy. So I guess these are, as described by somebody who lived in Athens. And then there's Crescent Dunes. That's probably more like what you just encountered, this big crescent dune. where the sand does not completely cover the ground. The result from a one-directional wind blowing sand more readily over the dunes, low tips than its higher center. These are my favorite kinds of dunes, for you can almost always find a way to go around rather than climb over them. All right. I guess it's more open at this end, and then it's a big crescent, and the Urukites are on the other side of that crescent.
Right. Speaking of which, if the wind is blowing west, if we head from the west, the dust kicked up by our traveling army will head west, farther out of sight than they would be able to see.
So you want
At
to
least
start from the
until it's
west
too late.
and move east? Some of your lieutenants are going to say, they'll warn the others about us. We should strike them all at the same time.
But then we have no chance at surprise.
Well, isn't that the surprise? Attack them all at the same time, surprise each of their ambush groups?
Yes. That way they can't
Well,
send a signal at all.
I mean, that's one way to do it, but then we're counting on them, on none of the 5 parties
So, like,
being spotted.
the lieutenants in your army, they have signaling devices. They have, like, horns and things.
Right.
And so they're well aware that the groups that we attack will signal other people if they can.
If they can.
So if we attack them one by one, the chances of them getting off a signal and all of the others coming at you are going to go up. Which is why some of them suggest all at once from multiple groups.
But you said that they were a fair distance apart, so they can't come at us until, all in one big clump.
And I'm assuming these small. Oops, why is my phone going off? Hold on. Continue.
The hell?
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah.
What about officer assassinations?
Well, you couldn't
We have to
identify
know what
any
their
officers.
are.
All you saw was a bunch of Kank riders. The forward units, they're fast, they're mobile, and they can get out in front of the army and scout.
Okay, sorry about that. No, I kind of lost my train of thought. I was gonna say do you like it's not like if we did attack one of them, like if they did sound the alarm, I don't think the other ones would try to attack us like in an army. Like I assume they would go back to the rest of their camp, the main army, and warn them. Isn't that usually what the point of the scouting party is?
Yeah, true.
Unless they think that they can fight the rest of us, then if they can rally their scout troops into a semi-big one.
I mean, because
probably do that.
The thing that I'm worried about is if we attack them all at once, that means that we would have to gather up a sizable force, and if we don't, if anybody screws up on their stealth rolls, we're screwed, because that'll give away our position to the scouts, and they'll just go back to the army anyway.
Without us getting any of them, yeah.
Ooh, I have a quick question.
Yeah.
And I guess it'd be a rules question.
Okay.
If we were to use pass without a trace, let's say, right? If he doesn't enter combat, sorry, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So if we use pass without a trace, Morg uses it. He doesn't enter combat and just maintains a concentration on it. After we were to go and fight the combat, can we basically reuse that shadowy bubble and move on to the next one using basically the same casting of Pass Without a Trace?
If the camps are close enough,
and it's an hour.
Yes, and it lasts an hour. So,
are you expecting him not to take a hit?
Right, he stays
expecting
behind.
Me not to not go in combat at all.
Yeah, he stays behind. We go, we raid the ambushers. If we get lucky, if they send off a signal, Morg joins us. The stealth is gone.
No,
if we
they
get
have
lucky,
to stay within
take
30 feet of you. It says so on the spell.
Yeah.
Right.
So I would have to go up there and then retreat as soon as you guys start killing things, and hopefully none of them are alert enough that they start fighting back. That's the whole point of ambush to end this quickly before they alarm anything.
What
That
time
they-
of day is it?
All right. It was early morning. You were breaking camp when the caravan came. You probably
Okay.
spent an hour doing that, and then there was scouting. That probably took another hour or two. So
But
I
if
don't know. It's probably around
But I mean,
noon,
if-
the hot part of the day.
I think if they're set up in ambush spots, we should try to strike them at night.
Oh, I agree. I agree to. Well,
One of your
no, 'cause none
lieutenants
of us can
shouts,
see.
"They are coming this way! You can't rely on them to stay put. Those are just scouts."
Then we
Yeah,
have our radar detector. Then we have Brenza keep track of their movements.
So should we back up if they start moving towards us then, and then set up an ambush somewhere else?
I think if so if they keep moving, if they do not move forward during the night, we can probably safely say that we will. Well, Brenza, your ability sees you at a great distance. You would say that this great distance would be enough for us to set up a quick ambush in the occasion that they are actually heading towards the army during the night.
We could, but I don't recommend trying to attack at the night because our advantage is gone at night. We're going to have a heck of a difficulty finding them. I mean, I can find them, I can lead us, but traveling at night without any light source to give away our position is going to be incredibly difficult.
Yeah,
You know,
terrains too.
most of us cannot see in the dark.
I can.
Well, good for you. I cannot. Neither
can lead
Daggermaw
everybody.
over here.
We're
But
going to be attacking.
we still
in-
have to walk.
Yeah, we have to.
We're going to be walking in the dark, tripping over ourselves. It is not, even with magic, a stealthy way to travel.
We have like giant dinosaurs pulling a giant cargo.
No. He's talking about the counter
sneak attack.
ambush, the
Um,
counter ambush force.
So if we're talking about the counter ambush, this is just an assumption, but I'm assuming at night they're not going to stay away from their main force. They're going to go back in camp with them, so we wouldn't be able to pick off the people that we're trying to.
Right. And we're going to have to do, right. And we kind of have to do this now. Perhaps dusk might give us some advantage, but right now we're going to have to rely on being able to get close. You know,
But here's the other thing,
With-
Psychofrog. This is what you were talking about before, where I kind of made my point of like our job is to successfully kill these guys quick enough that they don't have an action. Correct? If
yeah,
that's the
because if they have
case,
an
then I
action,
wouldn't get attacked if I'm like part of the stealth group and going and attacking at the same time.
Well,
I
as long
guess
as
that
you're
makes
still
sense,
stealthy, they won't necessarily attack you if you stay in stealth.
Yeah.
Just
I
hide
guess
behind a
Morg is
cactus.
saying that. Well, I guess what Morg is saying is that if they get an action, one of them is going to, use their signaling device, and the game is up anyway, so stealthing is no longer an option. If they don't get an action,
I mean, like me staying
then
back
he's
and
not gonna get
helping
hit.
attack. Yeah.
right? You're saying that if they get a hit on you and you lose concentration, the game's already done because
Yeah.
they'll have signal as
So
well.
we don't need the pass without trace anyways after that.
Right. Fair enough. Yeah, so might as well join us because
All right. So what is your ambusher unit going to comprise of? The players and anybody else?
Gladiators
I'd
won't
say-
be very stealthy. I say we take the irregulars.
Irregulars? The level zeros?
The ones
Yeah.
that who was it? Norcus?
Yeah,
Ones
Norcus.
Yeah, the ones that Norcus trained to be stealthy.
Where are we taking
Oh,
the zeros?
the little bandits. The bandits.
The bandit guys
Isn't
on
the
the
ambush supposed
what
to
is
be
it?
successful?
The little dinosaur thing.
We need
Ooh.
we need to be able,
Hopefully
we need to keep something strong enough to be able to held in case this is an ambush and they're going to be attacking us at our cargo while we're gone.
Yeah, I think
So-
taking the bandits with us would probably be the best because they're gonna get all sorts of stealthy bonuses by coming with us.
Wait, are
Yeah,
the
I think-
bandits the level zero or are they different people?
They
I don't know
also,
how much they learned from him.
I
though.
trained them in stealth. I trained them in
we-
stealth.
I don't know how good of a teacher you are. I don't know.
Yeah,
I
I'm kinda
roll.
really trust this.
I rolled above a 20 for it.
Feel
Okay.
like
I mean,
we should
right.
at least bring maybe like the the elf gladiators.
Elf
And
gladiators.
You mean the Gith?
the Gith gladiators, and
What about Ken?
maybe like to Chadrol and Kanla and Lisan.
What about
Quick
Ken?
Windsor
You want to bring
is
Ken?
fairly stealthy.
Wait, is
Stealthy?
Ken
He's
stealthy?
huge.
Is he a monk?
Quick
No,
Windsor is
he's
stealthy?
just huge and has a crazy high dexterity.
Oh.
Doesn't he have like a plus like 3 or 4 to dex mod or something like that?
Something like that. Probably
Windsor?
5,
Yeah.
actually.
He's got
Personally,
+4.
Yeah.
I think we're taking too many powerful people with us.
Yeah,
I
we need
say
to leave
that
some
we
behind.
I say we leave Kanla to Chadrol and Lisan behind.
What about the
And just
giant?
take Quick Windsor with us.
Just
You know that Quick Windsor's dexterous. You know that the Gith are dexterous.
Yeah. Yeah, let's take the Gith and Quick Windsor. That makes sense.
You know these guys are rogues, so they have some extra stealthy skill.
I could stay behind if I'm not needed out there.
Sorry, everybody
Oh,
has
we
to
need
go.
everybody.
There's no debate about that. The players are going on this one.
No,
We're the commandos.
we are physically not unallowed to separate.
In this situation, if you're not with the group, you're not playing tonight. You might as well just like hang up and go home.
Okay, let's go in force.
All right.
When
Are we
get
hitting
to
the west or the left? Are we hitting the west or the east side?
Well, Diamond
West.
said you want to go from west to east because that's the wind direction will help you there.
Oh, perfect. Good call.
We'll have to go in like an hour. So.
Okay.
Yeah, we better act fast then. All right, so wind's
All right.
blowing this way. You're coming from here. Are you going to circle around the crescent, or are you going to like go in here and then up the wall of it?
Well, the crescent crests over, so it would be better to go around.
Wait, do we all have
Yeah,
to have a trace?
we don't want to go and silhouette ourselves against the sky.
Is this a raw stealth check or with pass without a trace? Because if it's a raw stealth check, can I use my
Pass without a trace gives you +10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we do it. Okay, nice.
Well, I believe that's the plan. More, when we get within, eyeball distance, so to speak. When we start getting close to being somewhere we can get spotted, that's when he's going to cast it.
Yeah.
How long can someone hold the bardic inspiration?
10 minutes.
Not long.
Yeah, you kind of have to cast it before the roll.
Yeah, save your bardic inspiration for
Combat.
just in case.
Yeah.
So yeah.
All right.
So we're gonna circle around, and then I guess before we pass the edge of the crescent, pass without a trace, and head to the nearest one.
Okay,
Yes.
so you start to head up the edge of the crescent. It's low here, and then it starts to go up and around. And they're off there behind some rocky outcroppings, trying to not be noticed as the army moves up from this direction.
I had a natural 20. That's a 39.
Those are some damn good rolls.
23.
Give me a second.
Rolling my stealth check?
That's our stealth?
Yeah, natural 20, 39. The party game.
Wait, you have +19? Wait, what's the other?
That's pass
like,
without
nine
trace,
from?
remember? My
Yeah, it's
usual
+10.
stealth.
Where's the
Yeah.
other 9 coming from?
My usual stealth. My stealth is
Does it
+9.
stack or is it just?
The +10 stacks with whatever bonuses you already had, yeah.
Oh, so +14.
Oh my god!
No.
So my side dice is down to
Damn,
D4
what is
now.
your dexterity? Do you have like double
Oh.
proficiency or something in stealth though? Like what is that?
I rolled a 5, but thanks to pass without a trace, I got a 19.
Nice.
I have expertise in stealth.
Ooh, dragon rolled a freaking 3.
Yeah, it's supposed to be 14 because I forgot to add the additional 1 point that
Ask
I
about a
actually do
trace
have
with
in stealth.
lifesaver. Holy shit.
I got 27.
19. Because I rolled a 5.
But it's one singular person failing. They're not going to kick up that much dust.
So group stealth, whoever has the lowest roll, that's the one that matters. Is it 19?
14 from
14 is the lowest from Diamond.
19.
All right.
So my natural 20 doesn't do anything. Okay.
I mean, it's great. You're the least noisy of the group, but something happens that causes Traxxas to make a little more noise, and that might bring some attention. So you guys sneak up, and unfortunately, one of the people trying to ambush your army actually has an incredibly good perception check and some psionics that he stacks on top of it, and his roll was off the charts. He actually,
What did he roll?
He rolled a nat 20, and then he's got a ton of bonuses. So he pretty much detected Traxxas immediately. Some of you, like that 39, he did not detect Caster Blaster. He did not detect... He probably did detect Long, though. So, like, most of the group is detected, not Morcan.
39?
Or not Morcan.
Ah, yes, a natural 20, Sia.
Jesus Christ.
He may detect us, but that doesn't exactly mean that we're enemies. He doesn't know that we're enemies.
Oh, my 19 is actually a 29. Sorry. That plus 11 does not include the plus 10 for pass without a trace.
All right. I'm going to roll for the bandits.
Go ahead.
Ooh. They had a 23. Plus. All right,
Well,
so your group moves up, and the Kank Riders jump out, and they've detected you sneaking up, but you're sort of surprising each other. So everybody roll your initiative, and if you go first, you might be able to get the jump on them here.
So, before...
Decent.
Let's see what my...
5.
Can I get yeah, I do have permission, but
Okay.
can you
Oh, so
reset
it's
that
also
thing?
6 again. So,
Yep.
Oh, there we go.
5, so 20.
Not work?
5,
But now it works. Okay.
advantage.
Damn, Caster, nice rolls.
Dang it! Why? Just why?
What would you land on?
When you attack, you know?
9?
That's when you're gonna shine.
You think you got it bad, Diamond? I'll roll a 5.
What's your modifier?
That's with the modifier. It's a plus 3. I roll a 2.
What's it? What class are you?
I'm a bard.
Wow, you suck at being a bard.
Charismatic.
What's your dex?
My dex is one of my highest stats.
Hold on.
16. I just got really unlucky.
Just unlucky. It's like just like Kevin there in the other game where he has a -1 and he rolls a 1 most of the time.
There we go. Now my initiative is set.
You said you had a 3,
What if you
right?
have a -2 or something? You roll an actual 1, you end up having a negative in it.
It's like everything else he rolls pretty high, you know, normal.
Is your total of 5, Sia?
But not
Yeah.
with initiative.
All right.
Wait, if you have a -3 and you roll a d20, you land on a natural 1, is it -2? Does that count for anything?
Yeah, it's possible.
Yes, initiative can be negative.
You instantly
Well,
die.
It's one of the few values that can be negative.
Ooh, your bandits are a little slow on the draw. They were following you. So first we got Norcus. So Norcus, you're within range. What do you want to do?
Many of them are there.
Okay, so what you see is the ambush group is 6 Kank Riders like this.
Oh.
Oh, dang.
Should
6 Kank
we, what should we do?
Wait, why is this so dangerous?
Take out the riders.
This
With
is a
ranged
Urukite scout
weapons.
group. They're fast, they're mobile.
Okay, where am I? Not gonna hit. Okay. This should attack. There's a 15 hit.
All right. 13 does not hit. unfortunately.
Again. Does a 20 hit?
20
These
hits.
things,
Yeah.
okay.
And for this, it's going to be 26. It's 7 damage, and then takes an extra sneak attack damage.
Which is 11.
11.
Nice. 18 damage. Bam.
And then I am going to quickly run over here.
All right.
Hold up, guys. I'll be back. I'm just letting you know I use the bathroom.
Sure thing. All right. Morg from the shadows. What do you do?
Can I make a perception check to see if any one of these guys have a signaling device, or do all of them have it, like if it's on their hip or whatever, like for them to like quick grab it?
Roll it. Perception.
I mean, anything goes. Anything can go in the waste. We think these guys are attacking us because they came up to us. Excuse.
16.
All right. You can see that this front dude here, I'll make a note, he has a horn on his belt. And you can also see in the back, this Kank rider here, he has his spear, but he also seems to be equipped with some sort of bow and a quiver. So this one in the back, he's got a ranged weapon. This one in the front looks like some sort of leader with a signaling horn.
Where's my character?
That's a
Okay,
good thing I
wanna
picked
fuck
the
up
leader.
guy with the I want to fuck up the leader.
Do you say anything, Morg?
Yeah,
Which one's the leader? This
I
one?
point out the front. No, it's the one on the front right. I say, get that one, and then I'm going to. And I point out the guy in the front, and I'm going to.
Much better.
Caster Blaster's reversing them just to confuse you.
How how approximately far away they are? Wait, he reversed them. So
Yeah,
this
he
one
moved
has
he moved him to the left.
Oh, okay. Because he shot this one. He did damage to this one.
Yeah.
Oh. Are they within like 30 feet? Like, can I rub to them, or? Because if not, then I would transform.
You
to get
can
my-
do a charge. And you can try to knock him off of his kank by using that charge as an attack.
Yeah.
Grit and glory rules.
Think fast. What do you do?
He'll use his horn. Well, I asked a question for clarification
not-
if he's about 30 feet away from me or not.
We are not on a grid. There's only two distances, over there and right here. So do you want to move from over there to right here?
Yeah, you can.
Yes.
Yeah, if I could get up to him, I would go over and I would hit him with my bow too.
You're either close or
This
you're
one?
far. Now you're
Right.
close. You were far.
Okay.
Knock his horn out. Make sure he doesn't call for anyone.
Wrong one to be in front of.
Huh?
No,
What?
he's.
I
using
swapped
the
them
correct
back.
one.
I swapped them back. He was cheating. He can't do that.
Okay.
Oh, someone's someone's
Attack.
camera on.
I'm raging.
Rage.
Proficiency 3.
Okay,
and
so you've lost concentration.
Break him in half.
It's okay. You don't need the stealth anymore.
Uh-huh.
The
It's too
attacks
late.
were going to reveal you anyway.
Fair enough.
Okay. This is to hit.
Armor class 14.
14. Does it?
It hits. You find a
Alright,
gap in that armor.
It's two-handed, holding the spear, so 1d8 plus. Oops.
He knocked his horn off.
And then the hit also adds a 1d4 rage. Why is my camera stuck? Not that. There you go. Oh wait, this is also +2 from rage, so 9 damage.
Total of 9.
Wait.
Good shot.
Wait, what the heck? What am I adding?
No.
+3. No, sorry. This is also add my strength. So +3 plus strength and rage. So +5 more. So 7 plus 5, 12.
All right. Chop. Cut into that Kank Rider.
Stab up in his gut.
All right.
Beer.
Vrensa. Do you want to move from over here to over there?
No, Rensa's gonna go and shoot.
Sniper shot.
All right. You stay at range.
Sniper shot.
Ranged attack range.
Yeah, sniper shot the guy with the horn.
Okay.
Yeah, knock the
That
horn off.
Morg, or at least the one. I don't know that he's got a horn, but Morg says kill this one, so follow that.
He doesn't even get extra armor because the rider is on a mount that is high above Morg.
So 18.
18 hits.
Okay. So let's see, and that is right plus 16. Oh, right. Sorry. I don't know if you want to allow me to retcon this or not, but Hunter's Mark.
Okay.
Okay, I have returned.
Welcome back. Hunter's Mark's pretty
All right.
standard stuff.
We're killing
Right.
the leader.
So 22 damage to the leader.
All right. So, strong attack sends him toppling for
Right
a
through
settle.
the throat. Right through the throat.
Yeah.
No, the kank. We need the kank.
Okay, so do you want to do anything else? Do you want well, I guess Dagger Maw's got his own initiative, so
Yeah. No, I think I'm gonna. Let's see. Oh, I gotta take one. Stuff. Yeah, she's gonna stay there.
okay. Gramorn.
Should I just fireball them all?
That will probably draw some attention.
Yeah.
But
Let's
if
see if we
it's-
can get away without.
I'm pretty sure
Setting up
I'm
a
pretty sure you
single
guys
fire.
discussed this and everyone said don't use your fire.
Yeah. Don't use fire.
But
Fire
if I did a scorch ray,
It's
Scorching
still
ray is
basically a
less,
giant flare.
it's much less explosive.
it's like just a beam, very much.
You,
So you tell
you
him-
decided to do this during the day, so it's not like the lighting is going to cause much, but the boom of a fireball would.
I know.
No. Fair
Wait,
enough.
is your birthday? Benjamin?
Yeah,
Oh shit! Happy birthday.
thank you.
With 18 passive perception, do I notice the range character?
Sure, yeah. It's like a DC
So I will-
15 to spot what he's got on him back there.
Yeah, I will aim on him. All my scorch rays,
Scorch ray,
no.
pew pew pew.
and I'll see at distance as well.
Yeah. Distance doesn't really matter too much. We're doing sort of like theater of the mind. There's only really like close and far. You're at shooting range unless you move up.
So you're telling me that we're within fireball range of enemies and are all grouped together? We can't catch fireball. This is torture.
I know, right? Well, you can. I'm not saying you can't. It's just it's gonna draw attention.
It's extremely dangerous.
I only I get 9
Yeah.
damage on him.
I mean, I can't use Thunderwave because that also will draw attention.
Correct.
So I have 2 of my ray that hits and 1 that miss.
All right. How much damage was that?
For, 9 total, 9 damage.
9 damage. All right.
I can't even use Guiding Bolt.
You guys are very, very loud.
Okay, so a bunch of fiery rays flash at this guy and ignite some of his fuzzy clothing and scorching his beard and his hair and stuff, and he's screaming. Okay, so
Only one hit.
Hmm?
Oh my god.
2 of those hit, but he
Yeah,
didn't
and
take
one
much
I
damage.
rolled 2 ones.
Yeah.
So I just got that.
Oh, you guys.
Okay, so the Kank Riders are no longer surprised at this point. They're going to act. So their leader goes down. This one says, "For Uruk!" And the Kank advances. This one that got injured, he sees Traxxas and Soul over there, they look like easy targets. He's going to run down Traxxas with a charge. So he lowers his spear as he charges forward, and he tries to skewer Traxxas. He's got 22 to hit.
Yeah,
Oh.
that hits.
That's not
Ouch. It does 7 damage.
Is there,
All right,
it's
then
like armor in this world is just, it's not really that existent.
this one's going to charge at Morg, and he's only got a 15 to hit. What's your AC right now?
I would have my free hand shield, which is 15.
So 15 hits.
Yeah.
All right. He only does 4 damage. I rolled low.
How do I access my health bar?
You have to click on the right side, and it'll bring up the plus and minus. If you click in the center, it brings up the menu, but if you click on the left or the right side, I think it opens up, or it just puts up the plus and minus where you can edit it. All right, this one here is going to move into the spot that the leader was. His Kank sort of like climbs on top of the fallen Kank and rider. It stops his charge, but he makes a regular attack. He also will hit with a 16. It doesn't do as much damage as a charge, but I rolled for 4 damage piercing.
Okay, down to 2.
Down to 2. This dude in the back here, he pats himself to put out the flames in his beard, and then he reaches behind him into his quiver, and he pulls out a fat arrow, and he aims up, and he shoots the arrow into the air.
Uh-oh.
And when it reaches its apex, that arrow is going to explode into a cloud of like dark red mist that sort of hovers in the air, sort of a signal flare.
Sucks.
Don't fuck this shit. I'm out.
Okay, so that was the Kank Riders. Then Daggermaw.
All right. Can Daggermaw reach with a charge the guy in the back with the quiver?
What's your full range on a charge? Like 100?
Well,
it's
her
like-
regular movement's 30.
So 60. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Whatever. Charge.
All right. So she charges. So she gets to use her special charge attack.
Mhm.
So he's +6 to hit. $16.
That hits.
Okay, so she does. Our proficiency bonus is up to +3, right? At level 5? Yeah. Okay. So she does D8 +6 damage. And then she does an extra D6 because of the special charge attack. So 20 damage. And if he's still alive, he has to make a DC. Let's see. He's got to make a check or be knocked prone.
Nat 20. Not knocked prone, but a lot of damage done.
So he's taking 29 damage.
Yeah.
That was a max damage charge by Daggermaw. So she really took a chunk out of his leg. She's probably kind of hanging on to that leg pretty good, just gnawing on it.
Yeah. Yeah, they have a little bit more hit points than that. But it's definitely hurting. A lot of ichor spewing out from the wound in the Kank's leg.
Bang the king.
Oh, do they count as one unit?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. I was like, I was trying to take out the rider, but I guess
Yeah, I'm not really.
Daggermaw would be.
I'm not really making any distinction. I'm actually just using the stats of the Kank.
Oh, I see. They just have more options.
Yeah, I just gave them the Grit and Glory Spear attack, where they can charge and do a little bit of extra damage. But otherwise, I'm just using the hit points of the Kank as a unified
So
unit.
that's it for Dagger Maw.
Okay. After Dagger Maw, Traxxas.
Traxxas is going to try and use the scare tactic of turning into their starry form.
All right. Flash into your starry form. So you look like a star-covered archer or something?
Star-covered Drake.
A Drake. All right.
I even have the thing here.
All right. Transforming into your starry form.
Bonus action. And I really don't have anything else good to do. But, well, they've already set off a flare. I'm pretty sure. So, is there a dune higher than the party and this group farther to the?
To get to
like-
this group, you had to crest the dune and start going down the other side to get to them.
Right, but is there like a dune in between, or
No,
wait,
the
you said
dunes
these
are
were
really,
rocky.
really large. So think miles across.
Right. I'm just asking if this group has their line of sight blocked so that the second group can't see them, and that's why they had to fire the arrow.
I think it's probably just a distance thing. If they're a mile away, the signal flare is a more easily spotted thing. Like, the horn's probably not going to reach to another unit a mile away, but the signal flare will.
Okay. So, with that in mind, I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt.
All right. You going to blast
As
the
if
Kank Rider?
it's- Yep. I'm going to blast it and make it seem like it's coming out of the Drake's mouth.
All right. Godzilla style, you open your maw, your pointy teeth, and unleash a blaze of radioactive death on the Kank Rider's face.
Right. I need to make a ranged spell attack.
Give me your best shot. The Kank
Here's
Rider
hoping.
roars for Uric.
Let's see. I get.
He waves his spear in the air. He does like the tauntaun Star Wars thing. Or the Sand People. You know what I'm talking about. Well, they hold their staff over their head and bark.
Right.
That's what he does. And you blast him. But can you hit? AC 14.
That's what I'm hoping.
Oh, he dodges it.
Gotta be kidding me.
He leans to the side like a Mongol horse rider. He leans to the side in the saddle so he doesn't take the hit.
Yes, but I am still in my Drake form, so does that scare him a little bit?
Yeah,
maybe?
his Kank rears up and its multiple eyes widen in horror that a big predatory-looking beast is before it. The Kank Rider himself is not as much unsettled. He's seen a few things in his life, psionics, magic. He's a veteran warrior and scout, so he's not as easily thrown off, but his mount certainly is a little more surprised. Did you have anything else?
Nope.
All
I
right.
cast a spell and I changed form.
Sia, what do you want to do?
Okay, so. Oh, so I thought I was in the middle for a moment. All right. So, why is there a blue dragon on the board?
Traxxas,
That
your
is not-
druid, can transform into a creature made of stars.
So, it's a star dragon.
Yes. Well, that's
So,
a
are we
trait.
giving up on not drawing attention, or?
If you were paying attention,
Flare
the
went up.
Kank Rider shot a flare smoke bomb thingy in the air.
It's a little too late now.
All right. All right. So, any non-savory people with us?
You got a bunch of
Like
bandits.
how-
Savory.
Non-player characters. Okay.
Yeah, there's this enemy attacking Traxxas, and there's those ones over there fighting Morg.
Can I get a range?
Everything's within range. Whatever you got.
Oh, okay. I want to attack with my daggers.
All right. You're going to get close to which one?
The The one next to what's her character's name?
Trexus.
Blue Dragon guy?
Traxxas.
Traxxas, yes.
All right, the one that just skewered Trexus, or tried to with his spear, you aim and you threw your daggers. Give me your best shot. What do you got?
I wouldn't like get close to him, not throw him. Wait, no, is getting close a good idea?
It's up to you. You can move up if you want.
Yes. Yes, I will.
All right.
D20 plus 5. 19 to hit on the first attack.
Solid.
And for the second one, 10 on the second one.
Well, roll some damage for the first one anyway.
Bleed him from his calf arteries.
He's already got damage, so it's probably a better idea just to roll damage before making your second attack, because the first
6.
one might kill him. It doesn't,
6.
but it could have.
It doesn't, but I sure.
All right, you wound him with your dagger. Kank's even more freaked out. I guess you stab the rider in the leg or something, and he turns to look at you with a glare. After Soul, your allies are going to rush in.
Crossbows at the ready.
These kanks look like super peaceful bugs.
They seem super peaceful.
All right. 2 Gith Misty Step behind the Kank Rider. Both of them land their attacks. Kank Rider takes 11 damage and dies. All right, your Gith drop that Kank Rider. It's pretty cool looking. Like, they basically just bamf from one spot to the other, and both of them slash, and then the Kank Rider just collapses in front of you there. Quick Wenzer is going to run straight through, and he's going to like take a flying leap over the collapsing corpse of that one, and land over here where he takes an attack against this one. He hits, and Quick Wenzer delivers a solid blow for 11 damage to this one. He basically charges his shoulder right into the Kank with so much force that you hear the shell crack.
Impressive, big guy.
Your 10 bandits, they stealth, and they move in, and then they're all going to throw daggers from sneaky positions and riddle this Kank Rider with attacks. Hang on. Here we go. Bam! 10 attacks.
A lot of dice.
All right, we got 1, 2, 2 hits. You gotta be kidding me.
That's a lot of D20s.
They are very untrained bandits.
All right. Well, the
That's
2
a lot of
daggers
D20s.
that did hit managed to do 5 damage.
We're used to mugging people, not attacking guys on mounts.
Wait,
Don't
the
they get sneak
bandits
attack?
missed. They missed 5. How many attacks is that?
8.
It's actually
They
12
missed.
damage. They had sneak attack. I
Yeah,
added a
there we
d6
go.
to each of the hits. So it was 2d4 and 2d6 sneak attack, and then a couple points for the hit. All right, so not very effective, but they are like one of your weaker units, so they tried. And then after your allies go, we jump back to the top where Norcus is up. What do you got, Norcus?
Don't do it, Norcus.
Fireball.
Wait, wouldn't that hit Morg as well?
He's like, they
They
already
hit a
signaled
hell of a lot of us.
time to blow him up, right?
And Daggermaw.
However, I'll warn you, there's more on the way.
A small price to pay for salvation.
None of us are fire resistant, by the way.
We can't expect God to do all the work now,
Come
can
on,
we?
guys, I
We're-
can kill, so it's only Daggerma that gets hit. It's a pretty good deal, guys.
Yeah, hey,
What about another Scorching Ray? Hit him with that.
It's not
You
even
know,
my turn, anyways.
these are the things that you say, and then you end up with a boot full of dagger ball kits.
Ah. Anyway, Caster Blaster. Are you talking? I can't hear you. You're muted, man. Unmute yourself. There we go.
God damn it. Okay.
Now just say all that again.
This is 17 hit this guy.
17 sure does.
Okay, good.
What was the first roll? Did you make 2 attacks when one missed?
Yeah, one was a bonus, and all.
You're doing the flash and daggers, dagger. Second one hits, does
Yeah,
14.
Yep.
Is that right?
Sneak attack.
Yeah, all right. 14 damage to this one that already had a whole bunch of damage on it. He dies.
I'm gonna move over here and go around to give Cook Windsor a flank.
All right. Quick Windsor winks at you.
Yes.
Ooh,
And Morg.
Marcus, you have an
You're also
admire.
giving Morg a flank too.
Yes, I am.
Yep. Morg. What do you do?
I will take my advantage and stab up at this one. This 2 20s, and it's plus 3, 5 proficiency. It's proficiency, strength, and plus 1 magical skill, so that's plus 7. It's 22 hit.
Solid. That hit.
And then D8, D4 radiant damage, and strength and rage plus 3, so that's 3, 6, plus 8 damage, right? Yeah, plus 8.
Choppity chop. 17 damage. He goes down.
Ooh.
Nice.
That's pretty high roll. Thank you. Thanks, Narcus. You are
Well,
awesome.
yes, I know that. I am always awesome.
Brenza.
Rensa.
I use my
Let's
movement to
see.
circle around this one.
All right.
All the Kank Riders moved,
This one.
right? Did the one?
Yeah, actually,
Yeah,
hang
they
on.
they all-
If you're going to move over there, that one Kank Rider can attack. He might hit you. He throws a spear your way, and with a poke, he's got a 14 to hit.
Misses by 1. AC 50.
How come it's always ninja can almost never hit you long?
You hit me the last time. What do you mean?
Yeah, he took some damage.
Out of
Minimal.
that
He,
many times
he was raging, so he ignores most of it. That's actually 2 hits he's got on him.
Yeah, 2 hits. Both of them did 2 damage. I raise up my arm shield, and it skids off. The spear skids off.
Of course it is. Back to Brenza. You gonna take a shot?
Yes. Yeah, I'm gonna take a shot. Let's see. I don't have advantage this time around, do I? I'm just gonna take a regular shot then. And move, obviously, the, whatchamacallit. Oh, and that's a crit fail.
Oh, shit.
What is my curse?
Let's find out.
You die.
Don't you have advantage on your rolls against humanoids?
No, I have bonus to damage. I only get advantage if I aim or if I go before they go. So, like, first round of combat, I get advantage if they're lower on the initiative than I am.
Gotcha.
I'd open the
It's
page. Give me a
like-
moment. All right. I randomized it. It says, with a weapon attack crit fail, you lose your footing while attacking and fall on the ground, bumping your head. Fall prone. Roll a DC 10 con save, or you will be knocked unconscious.
Oh no, the same thing that Morg had.
save. Oh,
Okay.
what is my con save? Just +1. That's not amazing.
Well, I mean, you have better
No.
than 50-50 odds.
Let's see if you're unconscious.
And another crit fail.
My,
Amazing.
I can only tell
Amazing.
today is not your day.
All right. So,
Oh, Renta
He
Renta
sniped
goes,
Peter in the head. I'm like,
tries to shoot her arrow, and takes a quick step back to try to just aim right at the guy's face. Instead, trips over a loose rock and smacks her skull
for 3
right on the
damage.
ground for 3 damage.
3
And
damage and prone.
Rensa is unconscious.
How long?
It says
Daggermaw,
a minute, but you can be woken up by somebody else.
Thing happened to He-Man. He didn't. He was stuck sleeping for like
30 seconds.
so just as a thing, so if when Daggermaw realizes that Rensa is unconscious, all its actions are going to be to go and protect
Sure.
Rensa.
Makes sense, yeah.
She's basically going to be on autopilot. to a certain
Gramorn.
degree.
You see Vrensa go down. Do you want to do anything? Mr. Cleric?
Mr. Clip does nothing.
Who's Grimorn?
Krius.
Gramon is Krius. Krius, you
Krius?
good buddy?
You there?
Are you muted?
Yeah.
No.
10-year-old me with a Nerf gun versus my drunk belligerent father.
Oh shit! You missed your hit, huh?
He missed so bad. He double crit failed.
Oh god. Oh shoot! Is he down? Like.
No, he's
Okay.
unconscious.
He took 3 damage,
Unconscious.
bump on head, knocked prone, knocked unconscious.
I'm gonna go conservative here because I gotta save some of the spells. I'll do. It's a bit too late now for discretion.
Yeah.
So fireball. No, I'll cast.
Well, there's only 2 Kank Riders left. That might be over.
Yeah. No. I'm doing firebolt. Firebolt on the one that is the closest. So the one that got damaged already.
Sure.
The Kank Rider on the right side.
Gotcha.
23 to hit.
Yeah.
25 to hit with 11 fire damage.
11 fire damage. That's even like an exceptional hit if you got 25.
Yeah.
But I doubt you want to re-roll an 11 damage.
I'll re-roll the 3. No, it's fine. I'll do the 11 damage.
Yeah. Okay.
And that's
So-
the end of the roll. I'll move
Yes,
here.
Long, we got the joke.
All right. The Kank Riders have lost a lot of numbers. I'm going to make a morale check on them.
they should have disadvantage.
The one that's outside of Morg's range is going to turn his mount and charge away.
I get an attack and opportunity.
No, you don't.
I don't.
Nah, I don't think so, because there's this gap in between you there.
Long range.
No,
have
there's no
a-
such thing as a long-range attack of opportunity.
You have a polar? Like a spear or a glaive or something?
This one that's
Away.
close, he made his morale check. He's badly
Morg
wounded, but
does.
he says, "For Uruk!" And he attacks Morg. With
Morg
his
has a spear.
He only has an 11 to hit, so blood gets in his eye and he misses.
Ninja, would Morg be able to hit the fleeing Kank Rider since he has a spear?
Do you have reach?
It's not a. I don't think it's a long one.
Yeah, if he has a regular spear, he wouldn't have the reach to hit.
Yeah, reach is not one of the qualities of the spear. No.
Okay.
I'm using Grit and Glory though.
Pretty much. So, all right, that was the Kank Rider's Dagger Maw. You make your move. All right, so Dagger Maw gets right up close to Varensa. So is Dagger Maw gonna like nudge Varensa and try to wake her up? You're
Just
muted.
give a large lick to Vrence's face.
If you were talking, you were muted. Whoops.
Oh, sorry. Yes, Dagger Maw is going to go and try to nudge Renzo awake, although I'm not sure what effect that has.
I think it gives you a new save, DC 10.
Watch me roll another one.
I'd be laughing myself.
Hey, third time's the charm.
Oh, it's a 2.
Pretty close.
All right. Dagger Maw runs over and licks your face, and you're having this really nice dream about I don't know. Imagine something nice that would be licking your face. Anyway,
Rainbows.
so
We're not going there.
Traxxas, what do you do?
Wait, is any player character hurt?
I'm gonna have to, yeah. I'll use another guiding bolt, even though I really don't want to try and get that retreating Kank Rider.
Yeah.
It has.
I wonder how much health his mount has.
I mean, if we were to kill all of them, it would help help a lot.
Finally.
That's a hit. Roll some damage.
Oh, see how much this is gonna cost.
46.
That would do the trick.
You could kill it,
What's
yes.
it gonna cost? What?
I really like this ambience I have going. It sounds really bloody and brutal.
I wish
Up.
I had the ambient one.
Uh-oh. My game froze.
What?
Yeah, I
that's
see
good.
the dice suspended, like they're not rolling.
Well,
I
that's not
think
good.
we're about to get kicked.
You never know. It might
Now,
recover.
it happened to
Oh,
me.
there you
They
go.
glitched. They glitched a little.
Holy
bit.
I rolled.
shit.
Nice, 18 points of
Aye.
damage.
There you
A
go.
big hit. Massive damage. He crit fails his con save against massive damage and falls unconscious.
God.
Holy
Oh, I guess
shit.
it's easy. That's easy kill for me then.
So
Wait, what counts as massive damage?
If you do like more than half of his health bar in a single hit.
So this kind of ends this battle, huh?
The
Oh,
DC
this
is pretty
the-
easy, so I usually make it when I roll, but this time he failed so bad he just dropped.
Ren's bad.
Super bad.
Two ones
It
and a
had like a
two.
-1. It's not both these things out.
Thank God these weren't death saves.
Jinx have decent con mods. Easy gank stats.
So, what do you want to do? Do you want to move in on the last remaining Kank Rider close by here? Do you want to make a ranged attack against the distant one that's trying to get away? What do you do, Sia? What do you do? Rip Sia. F in the chat.
Yeah, he did.
I'll be back again.
He did say he'd have to go after about an hour.
Did he? I mean, he's still in the thing there.
That was me. That was me. I
Yeah,
got,
that's
like,
right.
Oh, sorry. I knew
Whoops.
somebody said it.
Somebody said it. See ya. Wouldn't want to be ya.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
Okay.
Someone
It's your
wrote
move.
this.
What do you want to do?
All right. So there's only one Kank Rider left, right?
Yes, well, there's two. There's one that's trying to get away, but he's down. And then there's this one that's still alive, but just hanging on by a thread. He screams for Uruk and tries to hit Morg. You could get to him if you want.
Hmm. Can I cast Dissonant Whispers?
Sure.
Oh, you can.
What do you roll?
He has a 15 on his save.
15?
Finish him.
Oh, man. That's a pass.
His head explodes.
No effect.
He made the save. Oh, well. Can I use my bonus action to cast Healing Word on Mort?
Sure.
Wait, he only has like 4 HP gone. You sure you want to waste that spell slot?
Healing Word? Yeah, I'll waste it.
Okay.
Not really much else I can use it for besides 2 spells without getting burned at the stake and called the witch. So I also find the use for him.
Quick Wenzer moves in. He's going to swing his weapon with advantage, but he misses. So he swings his offhand weapon, also with advantage, and gets a crit. All right, 13 damage to the Canker Rider. Quick Wenzer's first sword swing misses by a mile, but it was probably a feint because the second one takes the Canker Rider's head right off.
How much are you healing for? It's a D4 plus your spell mod. Soul. See ya.
I'm here.
Yeah, he's
Trying to
dead.
calculate it. I'm not dead. I'm trying to calculate how much my spell modifier is.
I mean, you sound dead.
How do you sound?
You're a bard. Your spell modifier is probably charisma.
Yeah,
So
it's
plus 3? Okay.
You have 2 16s?
Yep. 5.
Huh.
Nice. Okay, so I'm just back at full.
All right, so time is ticking. The signal flare has been sent. The other ambush groups spot it and will begin reacting in whatever way they're going to choose to react. So you have a choice now. You can try to loot the bodies, but it'll take time. Or you can try to do something else. That's your call. What do you guys want to do?
I think we should. This is probably a good idea to like go back to the group.
Little
No.
question. Go ahead.
I'm grabbing Valenza, and we'll probably go back to the camp. That'd be a good idea.
So that's one vote for run.
How long will it take to loot?
What if we hid and ambush the ones that are coming in?
Well, there's 6 corpses, and they might have multiple items. Imagine each item requires an action, so a number of turns based on the number of items. Maybe an additional turn or 2 for movement between the 6 corpses.
Little question regarding their mounts. Are they dead or are they still alive?
So generally, when you're fighting the mounted target, it's gonna kill the mount in the combat. You might be able to recover 1 kank from that battle.
Yeah. If I see one that's still like in shape.
Yeah, there's probably one that's only wounded. You could patch it up. You could recover 1 kank.
Yeah, and I'll approach the kank and I'll speak to animal because I'm a half elf.
Okay.
And apparently I can do that. I can't find where it's written, but I know that I can.
Sure.
And I'll try to. It's what animal out of affinity, I think. And I will try to seduce it.
Gross.
If
You
there's
rub
any
its
food-
bug nipples and drink its nectar.
Yes, very very gently. And I'll pull it to the back, and I'll mount it.
Okay. That just happened.
So, I guess I'll need to figure out the.
All right. Following the lead of Gramorn, the allies, Quick Wenzer, and the bandits are all going to head back to the army. The Gith, they go with them as well.
Oh, yeah.
What about the rest of us?
Well, I'm leaving the option open. If you want to stay here and loot, you can.
Probably not a good idea.
It's an option. You can run back to your army, or you can loot.
Like I'm going with Quick Windsor.
Look at like search. I'll search one as fast as I can, and I'll grab whatever I think might be valuable. All right.
I'll search too. I'll search too.
All right. So, Grimorn runs over to one of the corpses and finds the spear.
Actually, can I do? I'll cast a detect magic, and I'll grab whatever glows around me.
Ooh.
Regular soldiers, no magic items. Sorry.
Okay.
No.
That's fine.
Good try though.
So what do I roll to see what I find, or is it just random?
Well, I'm randomly generating it off to the side here. I just needed to know if you wanted to loot or not. Because something will happen when you do.
Uh-oh.
I mean, I'm taking the west and we're leaving. You're on your own on this one. I ain't staying.
Prius, you got my back, right? Right?
Maybe not.
Maybe not.
I'm mounting, and yeah. I wouldn't stay there more than
Yeah, I suggest get one thing. If it's enough to get for the whole group, then go ahead. But I'm not staying. I don't have the quick hands feet thing from the rogue.
Well, there's one thing I'll do. I'll say I did not see any magical items on these scores I looked at, and then I'll mount up.
Sorry, I'm
And
still
move
trying to
closer.
generate this spear. My random generator's not cooperating. Oh, here's a good one. An Erdlu Bone Lance. Alright, instead of a spear, he had this. And then the other one, his spear was slashed in half and broken, but his kank had some saddlebag on it that you could snatch or like open up and grab what was in it.
I have the whole sack.
Okay, and that contained a handful of gems.
Sounds useful. Grab it.
So, no coins, 4 gems. And these are the 4 gems. This, and this. Okay, so you run in, you manage to grab those items. The Kank Riders are charging towards you from the next group over. And as you turn to run away, they will take a few shots at you with ranged weapons. So, Soul, an arrow hits the ground near you, and it was... Who was it? Norcus? Did you search?
No, I did not. I left with Quick Windsor in the group.
Grimorn, you searched. An arrow comes flying at you, does a 17 hit.
Yep.
Oh. So as you turn to run, an arrow hits you in the back for a whopping 6 damage. Ouch.
Sorry.
The consequences of staying to loot. You might have gotten away with it. Anyway, after that, you're able to run and regroup.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for the meddling kids.
And this is where I gotta go, guys.
All right.
Oh, okay. See you, Casper.
See?
All right.
Hey, yo,
So-
why am I-
See you, Casper.
The Kank
Yeah,
Riders will
what-
pursue you a little bit from the next group over, but then they see that you're going to get back to the army before they can catch you, and they'll turn back to the main army. But now the main Urukite army is going to be sort of aware that they've found you, and now all that remains is for you to get your army ready for battle.
I was able to successfully loot Pog.
Yeah. You got
Sorry
some
about that,
gems.
Grimorn. But we looted Pog.
You're a little bit wealthier than you were before.
Yeah, no consequences. Sorry, Grimorn.
Long, are you going to keep acting as the party treasurer, in effect? I know you were doing that last campaign pretty effectively.
Long?
Sorry, my brother was talking to me. I suppose so. Sure.
You don't have to. I'm just asking because, like, I've been just stashing the note cards over here just because you used to.
Yeah. I don't really mind. I don't do a whole lot else. I'm not really like RPing a lot, and I sort of like focusing on this stuff because I don't know, no one else is really do it, and I don't know.
Fair enough. I'll take that as a yes.
Yeah.
These things
Who
are
is
pretty
carrying Vrenza back to base?
Norcus.
Marcus? Not
Can
Marcus,
you carry
but
Vrenza back to base? I'm
Quick
just
Windsor
asking.
handles it. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Quick Windsor can
Pretty
pick you up
damn
easily. Throw you over his shoulder like a sack of potatoes.
Oh, good time.
Potatoes, hot potatoes.
Very blue bone.
It only takes a minute for you to wake up naturally, even if you're not woken by somebody else. So, a minute later,
movements?
you wake up being carried by Quick Windsor.
What is
How
the
do his muscles
And
feel?
spear. That's
what is the movement speed of a kank?
I can only use it on mounts.
50, I think.
Movement speed. Kank? It says 30 feet.
No, I guess it's the Erdlu is the fast one, and the Kank is the slow one that produces food, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm on the back of a cow.
Pretty much, yeah. Kanks
Yeah.
are real popular though because they produce their own food supply. You can live off Kank nectar for a while.
Kank nectar.
Imagine,
That and they have
it's
a decent
basically a
chunk of hit points.
insect cow.
It
As long as
really,
they can
really is.
graze, they make honey.
They make globules of royal jelly that dangle from their udders.
Hold up, someone's calling me again. I'll be right back in like 2 seconds.
All right. Well. All right.
Brent looks around and says, while being carried by Quick Runner, it's like, what happened?
Quick Wenzer looks over his looks at you dangling from his shoulder, and he says, "You fell."
What? I never fall. I am nimble like the hummingbird.
No worries, I got you.
Oh, my head hurts.
All right. Now that you're awake, Quick Wenzer puts you down so you can carry yourself on your own
Stumble.
wobbly legs.
Yeah.
Diamond, I assume you change back from your Drake form.
Why is my face wet? While looking at Tiger
Lasts
Mall.
for an hour.
Well, when we go to the camp, I think we should.
Yeah,
we
this is
should
going to take more than
go-
an hour. The army doesn't get here for well more than an hour.
Yeah, but we should get ready though.
All right, so this is really
Yeah, I don't
important.
know
When
if
you guys
saw this, there was a flare.
Wait,
that
what
went
about
off.
the gems?
Kinda
How much
fucked up.
were they worth?
Yeah, everyone saw that. So when you get back, you're going to have to report. So Rikas and Neva want to know what happened, and some of the other gladiators gather around to hear what happened from you. So, report! Report, says Rikas. In a
Our
gruff
ambush
voice.
failed.
We tried to stealth, but we kind of ended up getting face to face, all surprised.
Yes, but we managed to get some stuff before we ran away. Ramon kind of got shot in the back.
I was able to recover a Kank, but the other group saw us, and now they're gonna go and defensively bring it up to the camp. So we're not that far away from the other army. The battle is most likely gonna be today or tonight.
And I was able to get precious gems.
The bulk of the Urukite army will arrive within hours.
We better get ready and try to take a vantage point if we can.
I can already see the cliffhanger this session's going to end on already.
Well, let's take
Hello.
a short rest then. Brent is going to use a hit die to short rest.
When we take a look at like the area, okay, is it possible for us to have a vantage point, like to be a little higher, and force them to climb towards us in one of those dunes?
Brent is back up to full HP.
Here's your wounded Kank here. He's got a lot of damage on him.
No, I'm gonna have to heal it.
I could use Goodberry.
Sure.
That'd be 10 points of health back.
What, to the creature?
Yes.
Oh, you sure
No.
don't want to keep that for yourself during the battle?
All right.
I have Cure Light Wounds. I
Long.
have Cure Wounds, sorry.
Morg. Rikas and Neva approach you. He wants a report from you. You are his lieutenant.
Yeah, so
Thank you.
our stealth plan went a little awry. Their scouts were a little more perceptive than we thought we could sneak up with our magical stealth. We did kill their horn blower before they could blow the horn, but they also had a ranger with some kind of smoke signal, as probably you guys have seen from here. But we did kill all of that scout regiment. There were about 6 of them. They all have mounts. We could probably safely assume that the other scouts have similar forms of travel.
He's going to ask about the terrain. The terrain where the battle took place.
It was a kind of rocky outcrop where they were hiding behind amongst the rocks.
He'll ask about high ground and
Found
low
one of those
ground for
rocks.
tactical purposes, for fighting armies.
Could
Strategic
use-
information.
Wait, how was the crest placed against? It was in our direction. We were climbing up it.
Yep.
And then the air where we were at, that's like, wait, were they on the crescent or they were?
They were just
scouting
down the
before?
other side. So, like, you had to go up to the top of the dune and then down the other side to get to where they were.
Okay. Yeah, so they were on a lower edge of the Crescent Dune that is kind of like. Wait, are we on it right now, or are we?
No. You went back
Okay.
to the army.
Okay. So this Crescent Dune could be used as a high ground for any of our ranged troop, and the rest of us could be sort of defending from the bottom of the Crescent Hill, the sand dune, and fend off the rest of the army. That could be a defensible position.
The leader of the Templars says we should park the wagon on top of the dune. Rikus nods. That might be a good strategic use of it. Ranged attacks from the top, high ground, good field of view. Where should we spread out our troops, do you think? Based on your knowledge of the terrain where you last fought.
I
What's
think
going on?
just across the most of the dune, some of it can go a little bit down on either end, both the west and the east. But they are coming from the north end. That was where the.
So
where
are
they
you
were
suggesting we
retreating.
have like a main force in the middle and then we'll have a couple flanking forces that go out to the sides?
Yes.
Okay. Rikus agrees with your strategy, with a little bit of input from Neva to try to iron out the details of it. So, gathering the others together, Rikus is going to say, "The army comes! We stand ready to fight for Tyr and for liberty, for freedom!" And he's going to start issuing orders about how the Gigawagon will move to the high ground.
America. Oh, yeah.
They're going to move to the high ground where the Templars with their ranged attacks will be able to rain death down on the enemy as they come up the hill towards us. And then we're going to send 2 of our forces to flank out to either side. So we need to decide now who will be our flanking forces and who's going to be on the front lines. The gladiators, of course, want to be on the front lines. And they'll
I
say
feel
as
we
much
flank-
right out the gate.
I'll stick with the range.
Psycho Frog is suggesting we have a spearman front defensive as they have cavalry that tend to like to charge with their spears, and to have the gladiators as sort of a flanking to close in after they try to charge our front.
All right. I'm going to use this map here, so we need to actually move troops into their positions. So do you want to take some of Minther's spearmen and move them into a line in the front then, like along here?
Yeah.
All right. So let's actually do this. Position your units like this is the actual battlefield here.
All right, yeah, spearmen in front, infantry, and well, I guess we don't have much in the way of cavalry, but infantry on the sides.
Gonna have those 12. Wait, are the 12 ones the special one? No, the 8 ones are the special.
Oh, right, and
We're gonna-
archers
we're
in the
gonna
back,
have them
of
in the
course.
center.
Now keep in mind, the units that are going to be flanking will be taking part in different battles. They will not participate at all in the fight that you're going to be in on the front lines. So
I think we can send. I think if the group stays with the frontal, well, damn it, some of our fighters aren't ranged.
this is going to be a big time saver because they're going to go off and have a battle, and I'm just going to make a couple rolls to determine how it played out, and then the real fight is going to be you guys in the front line taking the first charge.
Watch us
do
lose horrendously. I'm calling it. Wait, what happens if all our characters die and we lose this war?
Well, a lot of things can happen.
Shenanigans.
You could roll up new characters that are Urakites that want to conquer Tyr.
Or we could roll up new characters who are in tier, who are like the last defense line.
Right? And then the army of Uruk will arrive at the gates and you'll have a siege battle.
And if we lose that one,
And if you lose that one, who knows?
this
Then we
session.
become Urukites. I don't know.
I don't know. Usually in D&D, the heroes end up winning. It just sort of works out that way for some reason. I think
This
that's
isn't D&D.
that's
This
the-
is Docs.
Yeah, for real. Like, you might die. It would be a pretty bad end for Tyr. They would be conquered, most likely, if the army can't hold them here. All right. I actually have to go to the bathroom, so I'm going to give you guys a little more time to move your units into position. Anybody that's in the north flank is going to go wide to the west. Anybody on the south flank is going to go wide to the east. And everybody that's in this front area will participate in the battle with you.
Also, Ninja, do the gifts that were with us could they tell I was casting Distant Whispers?
In a hectic battle situation, people are pretty focused on who they're attacking, so I give you a little bit of leeway to cast and not be noticed. However, some people have noticed, and rumors have spread, and you've made several enemies already that you don't know about.
Mark, where are you going to be hanging out in this? I'll let you put your...
Anyway, I have to use the bathroom. I'll be back.
Alright.
Okay, well, while he's gone, let's try and strategize some more. So I'm thinking we should have, but that's the problem, isn't it? Our entire spear group is commanded by one lieutenant. See, this is a very big problem, and one of the reasons why I wanted to suggest that we mix the units in the first thing. It's just like, okay, you're the lieutenant of this group. You have spearmen, bowmen, blah, 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 blah. And, it's just, this is a tactical nightmare.
But we have the blunt force in the front, and then we can hope that our sides, if we have enough in their group.
Actually, wait a minute. Aren't we
to,
aren't we parking on top of the dunes? So wouldn't we only really need to protect two sides? I thought that's what we were doing, was we were going to park the cart on the top of the hill so that it'll kind of act as kind of like a bastion. And we would have spearmen out front and archers in the back, but we could definitely split up the infantry into two separate flanks, since I don't think anything would be coming from behind us, and I don't think I don't know.
are these sides protecting, or are they sides that are going to be attacking on the side for us?
They're going to be attacking, flanking around.
Yeah, so those are flanks here. So we should not have spearmen in the flank.
Well, I'm not saying having spearmen in the flank.
No, but I'm seeing some in the flanks.
Yeah, right now they are.
Yeah, the only-
like, they're not really the best like mobile type of.
Right, but I mean that's what I'm saying is they're all guided by one lieutenant. We can't just switch lieutenants on them.
Yeah, usually the lieutenants will want to stay with their forces.
Hey, Ninja, you're back.
I am.
I thought you were Ninja.
I am Ninja.
But you just said you were back.
So the lieutenant that looks after the spears, what else does he look after?
Why are these ones yellow? They got healed and stuff.
Ninja, how many is several enemy? How many is several?
Several is usually 3 to 5, I think.
Huh.
Are the Templars going to be fighting? They're just sitting in the wagon?
If several of the soldiers were to go missing.
A pair is 2, a few is 3, several is like 4, 5, 6 maybe.
If several of the soldiers were to go missing, would that be a problem for the army, or?
Talking about killing the ones that spotted your magic use, huh?
No, I'm just saying hypothetically speaking, if they were to magically vanish off the face of the earth.
Well,
That's
everybody expects to
metagaming.
lose quite a few troops in the coming battle here, so who knows what's going to happen.
So on the walk back, if I were to seriously go out of nowhere, it would be perfectly fine.
Well, the thing is, you don't know who your targets are, so you can't.
I
And
mean,
if you pull even more attention, then you're gonna have some problem with some of those.
if you poison someone in their sleep, I don't think.
Well, that's the thing. You don't know who's noticed it or not. You don't know who considers you an evil wizard that has to be punished.
I'll work my way down the chain of command until I eventually find the guy.
Hey, maybe they'll all die in the battle. Who knows?
Yeah, we don't know. Yeah, just we don't know. So let's move on.
What can we ill in a
Ninja.
short rest?
Yeah.
I thought. Did we finally agree on the plan of setting up the cart at the top of the dune hill?
Yeah, that was like something Rika said, that the Giga Wagon would park at the top of the hill so that the ranged Templars would be able to rain arrows down from the back
Right.
lines.
So technically, wouldn't we only have 2 flanks that we would need to cover?
Exactly. You have the guys going this way, you got the guys going this way, and then you have your main force that will take the front that comes charging in. And then your flanks will come in and attack them from the sides in a pincer maneuver that'll do the most damage, hopefully.
Actually, I have a better idea. Don't have the spearmen up front. Have them behind the infantry. Any infantry with shields, have them in front of the spearmen. That way their spears can reach past the shieldmen from the forward attackers.
They don't have long spears. We didn't have money for a long spear for reach.
Wait, really quickly, is Vicious Mockery literally just hurting their emotions? It's not really doing psychic damage.
It does psychic damage. That's what it says in the spell.
Well, I mean, yes,
Hurting their
we did
emotions is
buy good quality spears, but we still have the crappy quality spears as well.
Were they long? I don't think so.
They were not. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying that doesn't work. We have like javelin things. I mean, you could throw them, but they're not like necessary for you to stand directly behind the shield.
So basically, what we have is pikes, not spears.
No, pikes are even longer. Pikes are like 15 feet long.
No, pikes are shorter.
Nope. You're thinking javelins. Pikes are the longest of the long spears.
Anyways, they just have a standard reach, and they have a spear, and they're gonna get shot really quick. So,
Well, use your forces wisely. You've
So
got them,
if
you get to
they-
pick.
if they are not the best in the front, and they're just considered as like a melee attack, maybe they can be moved into other areas.
Well, you do know that Kank Riders will come charging in, and they'll... At least you'll have a line of people there to take the charge.
Yeah. So I'll pull out my bag of tricks.
I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're gonna poop out a
So
giraffe
much-
to fight the battle for you?
Yeah. Actually, like if you put like actually
Are some of the gladiators missing? I feel like a lot of them are missing. Like the sort of nameless gladiators. Where'd they all go?
Ninja, if we allowed like a bag of tricks, okay, in this world, would you change the animal selection from the list? Because I don't know that you can find the.
Have you
standard
found a bag of
animals.
tricks here?
No.
Yeah, it would change the animals. It's probably why I wouldn't even use that magic item, because it would just be broken here.
Yeah. Yeah, because you couldn't do a bear, because bears in this world are. I don't know the name, but they're kind of savage
Okay,
beasts.
so I brought all the irregulars on the left flank, and then I put Tachadro Khan and Lisan over there. I was gonna put, I think I would put Ken over there too, and then Quick Wenzer, and I was gonna have Quick Wenzer, the regular, or not the regular, Turloff's guardsman, the like nameless gladiators, like the Gith gladiators and the other ones that didn't really have names.
Yeah, there was a couple of those lady gladiators here. I don't know where they went.
But they would probably be following Quick Winter, I think.
Probably, yeah.
Because he was the one that was like leading them on the gladiator pit earlier.
You're supposed to have like 20 gladiators, so there's a bunch of the nameless ones that are in the mix somewhere.
Lieutenant Gannon is... He was the one that's like leading all the spearmen?
I'm back.
Well, you had moved him to the back, but initially he was the gladiator lieutenant.
And the Templars are fine in there in the trailer.
Yep, the Gigawagon parked at the top of the dune with a wide field of view to rain ranged attacks down on the army as it approaches.
Okay, so they're ranchers. Yeah, we have ranch attacks.
And then, so I would have Lieutenant Gannon kind of like leading the other half of the spearmen on that end, and I would be over here since I'm kind of the other lieutenant of the other guys.
All right. Rikus and Neva in the command position here.
All right.
Lieutenant Irvis. He's probably on the ship here.
Yeah, no.
I have a reaction that I want to have when the Uruk forces are seen, because it's probably only going to take them less than 10 minutes to get to us once they're actually in sight. So I will have a reaction that as soon as the Urukites are within, I'll say 100 feet, I want to cast reaction a spike growth, like right here. Well, and I'm going to be trying to cover as much ground as possible with my spike growth, so whatever the distance is for spike growth to go across the frontier, I want to cover as much as possible.
Isn't it just like a radius?
Yeah, it's a radius of 20 feet.
No. So here's your radius, and you can plop it down when you're ready. All right. I put it on your figurine.
That's 20 feet? Jeez.
In a battle, 20 feet is really nothing.
So on the horizon, the Uruk army approaches. Causes a huge dust cloud to rise up behind them. Many of the troops say, "Oh, there's so many of them. Can't even count them all." Clearly, there's more of them than there are of us, and it starts to make some of the troops nervous.
Wait,
Renza, are you going to...
Yeah. Lorenzo?
Yes.
How many are there?
How many are there?
The enemy's scouting force, the front line of their army that approaches, is perhaps 100 to 200 strong with Kank riders and halflings.
Wait.
They don't immediately charge. They're forming up into ranks at a great distance.
That's just the front line, or is that the whole army?
That is the front part of their army. There's more.
And
there's
what,
more behind.
And what do I
that.
sense behind? And what do I sense behind them?
Hundreds
He's
and
saying-
hundreds. Many
he's
hundreds
saying
of troops.
as time goes on.
Their army
Hundreds?
dwarfs ours.
They have dwarf.
You want the good news or the bad news?
What is that?
Yeah. Renzo's looking mighty nervous, and she's like, "Yeah, we're outnumbered, and not by a little bit."
By how much exactly?
We're fine. Don't worry.
How much is Lorenzo panicking? Like, is it visible?
Are they all level 0 noobs?
They might be.
Ninja,
You never know.
did we have a chance to do a short rest during all this?
Well, I did say that there were several hours before the Uruk army would get here, so you probably could have gotten in a 1-hour rest if you just sat down on the Giga Wagon as it was going up the hill.
What do you roll for that? Like, what are the health?
The hit die.
The hit dice are whatever
Okay.
you roll, like if you're rolling for HP when you level up. Whatever
Is there a
that is.
constitution bonus?
Yeah, you add the con mod as well.
Are they all level 0 noobs? I wish. I wish. Wait, are they all level 0?
Are they all farmers?
Are they all unequipped? Do the halflings only have their hands as weapons?
Yeah, you could hope. Okay, I'll grab a halfling.
Wait, how
here.
savage are halflings?
Extremely savage.
Oh no, midgets!
I got 9 back.
They don't go by that term.
Imagine taking damage, couldn't even.
If we can hold our defense long enough, they'll probably formulate a tactical retreat and regroup, and that'll take them time.
Thought you were about to say human pyramid.
Right. So, Vrensa, do you want to be in front of the spearmen or behind them?
Oh, behind. Yeah.
All right. After amassing their forces into regimented lines in different categories of troops moving into different positions, they're very organized. And then the front line suddenly begins moving, and a bunch of noise spreads throughout the troops as they say, "They're coming!" And the Kanks gallop across the dunes towards the hill. They begin going up the
Bring
hill.
your spears!
They come charging in hard. The archers, the archers to the back, unleash volley upon volley of arrows that rain down on the front lines of Kank riders as they come charging in. A number of Kank riders are injured or destroyed as they take arrows to the face. They get to this point where your thing goes off.
I should have asked if there was an issue, because I was going to lay down all 3 of my spike growths to do as maximum damage as possible.
They each take concentration, though.
Yeah, you can only do one.
Can I launch insults at them as they're approaching?
Yeah, I was wondering if I could cast a bless just before.
Yeah, you'll definitely have a turn where you see them coming. You can cast a spell beforehand if you want.
Yeah,
So I
Long,
can
you have
cast
spike
Vicious
growth, don't you?
Mockery repeatedly at them.
I have it prepared. I would put mine.
None of
So
them are
that would be
within,
spike growth.
what is it, like 30 feet for Vicious Mockery?
Isn't Vicious Mockery 120 feet?
Is it?
I would put my spike growth on the end, so that they're not like crushing, like flanking us in. Like basically, we're funneling them into a small area.
Yeah.
Wait, what happened to Avray? Oh, still there. Oh, the commander's in one.
So, quick question. So,
60
Rensa
feet.
wants to know. So, I'd like to know if Rensa
yeah.
spots anybody that looks any leadery, like fancier armor, helmet, something like that.
Nah, these Kank riders are all dressed pretty much identically. The differences between them are pretty subtle. Different face, different facial hair. They're all wearing similar tabards, carrying similar gear. You don't notice
they
any
within 6
ranged
feet?
weapons among them, stuff like that.
All right. Well, Rensa will be picking shots off into them as well when the archers start firing.
Yeah, anybody with a ranged weapon is firing. A bunch of them take damage. And then the front lines collide. Tremendous crash of beast and man. Spears plunge into the bodies of Kank. Riders topple from the saddle. Spearmen are plowed under by trampling. Men are screaming and dying. The front line holds, though, initially. Behind that line comes an array of halflings.
Oh no! Midgets!
And the halflings, they move up, charging in behind the Kanks. This one moves to avoid the spike growth that caught that thing. They don't come within range of attacking yet. You can see even more troops behind those. I'm going to roll the dice for each one of our flanks to see when they can get into position. Okay.
Wait, are we actually getting charged by hog riders?
Yeah, all right.
Does this tank rider take a bunch of damage from going through spike growth?
Yeah, I'm not really tracking hit points on him.
Okay.
Take a look at your.
I just mean like
character.
thematically, like are they gonna like get really injured?
Yeah, they take damage.
I cast a bless on the 3 of you guys.
Okay,
Yep, I see
so
that.
Allied army.
Who
Set up
needs
your
a body
initiatives.
inspiration because they feel very unlucky right now?
Everybody roll initiative.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh,
I
stinky,
want it.
danger, battle, fight, haha.
Ooh.
Ouch. Alright, looks like I'm commanding after the army gets slaughtered.
What'd you roll?
A 1 + 1.
I got an 11! Hog!
I got
Halflings.
18. That's
And 11's
actually
ridiculously high, right?
What's
Right.
Psychrofrog rolling? Why? What is this? It's a
No,
D6.
I'm rolling my psionic dice. Since it's
Oh.
dexterity, I can add it to my
Oh, initiative? Cool.
yeah. So I'm seeing how much my bonus is.
Wait, you rolled
So,
a max on your psionic dice before. Does it lower it? Does it regain after a short rest?
I've rolled the max twice and the minimum once. So I've gone from a D8 to D6 to D4, then back up to D6.
Our psionic dice went to D8 now? When we're level 5?
Yep, they go up to D8 at level 5.
Cool. Good to know.
I could apply that on my spells and give myself. How long is it one-shot use type of thing?
So you can use it to replace a damage dice on attacks that use that stat that it's tied to, or any ability or stat roll for that. But you can't use it. It replaces a damage dice. It doesn't add to an attack roll.
Oh, it's for the damage that it affects.
So
Yeah,
like, how
you
many
get to
times can you do that? Is that just unlimited times, basically?
until your psionic dice wears out. So basically, if you roll the max, it drops to the next lowest size. If it's
So
a
I could use
D4 and you roll a 4,
Use
it
that
goes away.
all the time.
Yeah, like if you roll a 1, there's no harm in rolling your psionic dice other than eventually you'll use it up. And then once a day, as long as your psionic dice hasn't disappeared, basically you rolled a 4 on a D4, you can regenerate your psionic dice back up to its full size as a bonus action.
Shit, I'm gonna use them right now.
Okay, I thought there was like a form of like rest, like long rest or short rest or something that it goes back.
I thought you could
Like
recharge.
even if you use it, yeah. Even
It
if you
does
roll
reset
4
after a
on
long rest, yeah.
Yeah. It does that as well, but between long rests, once per day, basically. So once between long rests, you can use a bonus action to reset it as long as you haven't exhausted the dice.
So when it gets down to D4, that's when you use that bonus. And it goes back to D8. Reset.
You can. Is that while
Or
you're
do you-
doing a short rest, or can you do that during a combat?
You can do it as a bonus action anytime,
Okay, yeah.
but you only get to use it once a day.
That's OP. I haven't even used this yet. Like,
Mhm.
okay.
Yeah.
I gave you guys a free feat and you didn't use it.
I've been using that like crazy.
Right.
Wait a minute. Psionic talent? Oh shit, I forgot about that.
The only thing I haven't been using it on are my attack rolls because most of my damage comes from flat bonuses rather than the actual dice roll.
Mhm.
Man, I wish I had Wall of Flame.
But if you use it, you have to take the focus die. Like it's not advantaged where you take the higher one.
Caster Blaster, why have
Right.
you not put your initiative in? He's not here, that's why. Shit.
And
He did say that he was
you-
going to be leaving in like an hour, so
He has a 1.
and you only get to replace one dice. So if you roll,
Multiple.
so fireball, right? So fireball counts as one attack. So you only get to re-roll one of those dice.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So the halfling enemy closes the distance, and they unleash a volley of ranged attacks.
Holy cow, they're fast.
So they move, they bonus action dash as rogues, and then they make a single ranged attack, which is going to hit into the spearman line and do a bunch of damage to a whole bunch of spearmen. Although they're trying to shoot through a line of Kank Riders as well, so they have a hard time hitting their targets real well. After that attack, we go to Gramorn. So, Krius, what are you going to do?
I wonder.
I need a 20-foot thing.
You can just use mine. I'm not going to be concentrating it right here.
They're no bigger than that, huh?
If you're using Fireball, it's 30 foot, I think.
No, it's 20 feet radius.
Yeah, I guess so. Same as
I
Spike
can't
Growth,
even-
then.
It's not really good.
Yeah, they're kind of spread out, aren't they?
I guess I'm gonna have to wait.
Well, these units are considered as more than just one soldier, right?
Yeah, in a lot of cases. The Kanks
So,
might be
yeah.
individual, but maybe there's more than one halfling in a troop.
Do I see a pocket somewhere?
A pocket of enemies.
Yeah.
Currently, no. They're
Yes,
pretty
sir.
spread out.
Like this, almost the best I can do with a fireball.
You want to hit 3 groups of halflings? All right. Dexterity
sure.
save. Dexterity save.
Okay, we'll do it. That's right.
Are you sure? You can
Not
change your
really.
mind if you want. I don't want to rush you.
Yeah, I'll wait. Like, I'll let them eventually group up and
All
take
right.
an opportunity.
So you
Um,
wait.
But no, I'll shoot a. Can I shoot a fireball?
Sure.
Oh yeah, I'll shoot to this this one here.
Sure.
$15 to hit.
That's a hit.
With 12 damage, 12 fire damage.
All right. You set that Kank Rider on fire. Diamond's already gone dragon form.
Yep,
What do you
that
do,
was-
Traxxas? What's your move?
Well, I guess I have some time, so I am going to shillelagh.
I don't want to interrupt you. Sorry. If you took a short rest, I don't know if it's too late, but you might be able to.
Nope,
regen some of that.
I'm keeping it as is. Even if I were to try it, it wouldn't matter all that much. I have terrible rolls.
Okay.
But I'm going to shillelagh my quarterstaff, aka my hand, the hand of my Drake form. And I am going to move up towards the spearman with my quarterstaff, which has reach.
Why'd you have to like put such emphasis on it?
Because apparently there are short spears and there are long spears, and I'm the only one who actually has a reach weapon.
Well, the problem with the
Not
spearman
true.
cluster is the cluster of spearmen. There's 12 of them, so there's like 3 rows of 4.
Right, but I'm
so
in
that
my
makes
Drake.
you like 20 feet back. Even if you have a reach weapon, it's not going to reach the Kank Riders on the other side of 3 rows of spearmen.
Right, but I'm also in my Drake form, so I'm trying to scare the Kanks.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, the Kanks are freaked out by a Drake appearing. All right. So nothing else though, right?
Nope, that's all I can do. I cast a spell, I changed into my starry form, and that's it.
Vrenza.
Brent's gonna try to sniper shot, just a likely target.
Yeah.
Yep.
Zero.
Yeah, I misrolled. 22.
Hit.
So D8 plus 16.
It's too bad 5e doesn't
23.
have a multi-shot feat.
You can still get several
you-
attacks.
Yeah. You can use multi-attack.
A fighter can make 3 attacks with a bow, I think, with a regular bow. not a
Or at
crossbow.
level 20.
4 at level 20.
Whoa.
As long as they don't have the loading property. So basically, regular bows, you can go all Robin Hood with them.
Yep. And if you have a repeating crossbow, you can fire a lot of shots at that as well.
Yeah, till the mag runs out.
Yeah.
Is the fighter range like very? Is it a good spec?
Sure.
The fighters
Dex
can
fighter
either be
is-
pure melee or pure ranged.
Nyx
They're
is
really
not
good at
great.
one or the other.
I mean, there's several modalities that we can go into later. But anyways, yeah, so something out there took 23 damage to the face.
All right. Does it matter which one?
I mean, if there's one that looks fancier than the rest, I'm aiming at him. But if nobody stands out, just, guy in front.
All right. You blast one of them with a
Trying to
pretty
make the
heavy
hole.
hit. He makes his con save, though, and does not die instantly.
Yeah, that's about it.
Okay. I rolled really good for your left flank, so... Oh, I got marked too by
Hi,
accident.
guys.
Wait, who's dying?
I'm not dying. The left flank is going into attack.
Are you going with him?
It's wheeling.
Okay. The left flank arrives, and they start hacking into
Halfling archers.
the halflings from the side here. All right. And then the other group had to circle around wider, and they haven't arrived yet. So, what do you do?
Okay. Now that I'm in front of a whole army, no casting spells now.
Wait, aren't you in the back?
Am I up here with you guys?
I don't know where
Yeah,
you are.
you're-
I'm looking for your figurine. I don't see it.
Did you bring it?
It's right here.
Ah, there it is. Okay. They put you right out in
Where?
front with a kank.
Yeah, I don't think that's where Soul's going to
Where
be.
was Soul starting the battle at? That's a question. Did you
Oh,
start
I had a
in?
gift here.
Did you
Gift
start
is supposed to be-
near to
Yeah,
Varenza, near to Grimorn with the party? Where did you start?
Hold up. Can you zoom in a bit so I can see like what you're talking about? Because I can't really associate them with color. I can't really see them that well.
You can be anywhere here. Anywhere within this cone.
I want to be right. You see where the red line starts?
All the way here by the Macalots?
No, like the second to last end of the red line.
So, behind Traxxas?
Yes.
All right. So,
I have to pretend to be a melee fighter so I don't get burned at the stake.
all right. You're pretty far from any enemy that you could target here. If you had a ranged weapon, you could maybe attack the Kank over there.
What about my Bard Needle that I've had since the beginning of the story? That I haven't used.
You could throw it, but it doesn't have enough range.
What about Dissonant Whispers?
He doesn't want to cast a spell. These people will kill him. He is a arcane caster.
But it's whispering. How will they hear him over the over the clatter of battle?
Will they be able to heal me?
Spell casting is detectable.
Can I move any closer? Wait, how far can I throw the Bard Needle?
20 feet for a thrown weapon, usually.
20 feet.
You'd have to be right up against the back of the spearman.
Can I move there?
Sure. All right. You get to the back row of this line of spearmen. You can target this Kank Rider, who's exactly 20 feet. That's like the
Yes.
far end of your range, though, so with disadvantage. You hurl your Bard's Needle.
Alright, so D20 plus 5 with disadvantage.
Trying to arc it, parabolic arc, over the heads of your allies.
+5. 6. I'm gonna roll the second. I got a natural 1.
Okay.
Great. Great.
Cool.
Cool.
So you went to throw your bard's needle when you recognize, or no. You lose your balance while attacking. You fall prone and you lose all your movement.
Okay, at least you're not knocked out.
Could have been worse. You fall
But
down.
I'm prone. That's even worse in the middle of a war.
Yeah, but you're behind like 3 rows of allies. He's not really at risk of getting
Body
hit.
shields. Yes, you're right. Thank you, human shield.
Okay. The Kank Riders fight viciously against your front row of Minther spearmen. Some of your spearmen go down screaming as spears pierce through their faces and shoulders. Others thrust their spears up back towards the Kank Riders, and the conflict goes like so. Daggermaw, what do you do?
Daggermaw actually charge anybody, or can she not really do much at this point?
You could get to the back row, but you wouldn't be able to reach the Kank Riders.
Yeah, then she'll hang. And it's all solid blocks, right?
Well, you can move through allies, but it's all rough terrain. That's why you probably wouldn't even get there with a dash.
Yeah. Does Princess spot any areas that seem to be weakening?
Okay. Roll a perception.
$15.
All right. It looks like the weak spot in the enemy army is right here. The troops that
No,
are...
I was talking about our army. Is any part of the front line looking weaker than the rest?
No.
I'm trying to send Daggermaw to reinforce.
You can see where your army is strong and the enemy's weak, but you can't detect a weakness in your own army.
Okay.
At least not currently.
All right. So she's gonna. If there's no weaknesses in the back, she'll circle around to the side.
All right. Going wide to the side. Morg.
I'm going to shout out to these 2 groups on the left and say to push these Kank Riders in this side into our left flank reinforcements.
All right.
And I tell these 2 to hold the line, and after I give those orders, I will use my bonus action to transform into my large hyena, and I will weave through the guys who are like dying and getting stabbed, and I'll start flanking and nomming on these guys.
Okay.
Plus 6 to hit as the large hyena, I think. Wait, was it +6? Or...
All right. You transform into a hyena. You lunge. You hit.
No, it's +5. Sorry,
Right in the
it's a
jugular.
natural 20. I leap up and pounce and take them off their kank. Does 2d6 plus 3 and raging.
I love this ambient track. It makes this fight sound so epic.
What ambient track are you listening to?
Are you looking at the stream?
No.
It's on Twitch. You don't hear it through Discord.
I'm gonna replace one of the
I'll link it to you if you want to listen to it.
Lower d6 with
There you go.
d8.
Full scale war. It's really cool.
Alright, so this does 14 points of piercing damage on one of the Kank Riders.
Okay. A heavy hit. Not quite massive damage. Pretty close, though. All right, Norcus. Norcus isn't here, so what I'm going to have Norcus do is he's going to run up and he's going to throw 2 daggers at that Kank Rider. First Psionic Dagger flashes out, misses. Second Psionic Dagger flashes out and also misses. Damn. Norcus, what are you doing? After that, it goes to the Halfling enemy. The Halfling enemy makes a number of ranged attacks. In the interim between turns, I'm going to reflect the combat damage by deleting this unit and this unit and this unit. I'm going to delete this unit, and this unit, and this unit. All right. So you're losing some troops. The fighting is intense. The halfling enemy makes a bunch of ranged attacks that killed some of your troops. People are screaming as sling stones rain down and crack their helmets, leaving deep depressions, and brains shoot out their nose as they die. Grimorn, what do you do? Oh, that's him again. He throws 2 more daggers. No, wait. Grimorn's here. Chris.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. I'm getting you and Caster confused. I shouldn't. So, what do you do? You're still way back here. Do you want to make another fiery attack?
Yeah.
It doesn't look like they're grouping up any harder than they were. They're pretty much in a line fighting.
I can't move this circle thing there.
Lag.
It's I don't even know.
The sprite growth goes away after I rage.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm kind of stuck doing a bit more single attack though.
All right.
We get a little bit of damage. Not much on the front side either, huh? How long is it going to take for this side group to reach onto this side?
You don't know. It's a mystery.
Okay.
I rolled dice, but I'm not going to tell you.
Okay. I'll attack with another firebolt for now on the same tank rider.
You know, I just noticed something. Why did none of our right flank also move?
They moved. You just don't know where they are. They haven't arrived yet.
17 to hit with 16 damage. Boop. On
You
this
said
one that
fireball, right? You don't have to roll to hit with that. I have to roll saves.
Not a fireball, but a firebolt.
Oh, all right. Sorry. I keep mishearing that. So 16 damage. Which one?
This one that I already did 12 earlier on.
All right. Puts him at 28. He's even more on fire than he was. He pats frantically at his burning shield.
I'll keep out of this for now.
Diamond.
I'm going to throw a guiding bolt at this one. Let me just roll my ranged spell attack. Oh, I also get blessed with that, so give me... Never mind, it's not going to matter.
All right, you fire, you miss. The Canker Rider ducks in the saddle, goes over his
Actually,
head.
I want to use my enhanced ability to reroll that attack.
What enhanced ability?
I also have psionic talent.
No,
that's
but
for
that's
damage
the
rolls.
damage dice.
Not to hit.
Dang. Okay,
Sorry.
never mind then.
Vrenza.
Well, they're locked in combat. So Brenta will aim. Any Canker Riders looking hurt?
This one's got a lot of damage on him.
Yeah. All right.
So does this
How
one.
close is he? Yeah, he's pretty close to dead over here, right?
Canker Riders have 37 hit points.
Yeah. So this guy here is close to dead. Okay. So she's gonna aim, but not do the stealth, the sniper shot.
So you're going to take the penalty?
No, he's not.
No.
Gonna do that. This is almost dead.
You just want to hit.
Crit.
Crit. Uh-huh.
And what should I say? Exceptional.
You strike with debilitating force. Roll an additional set of damage dice above and beyond your normal crit roll. So it's actually a
So
times
6.
3.
And then
Yep.
she gets +6.
That just got wasted on someone who was close to death.
It'll be terrific. He takes 18 damage as an arrow goes right through his eye, out the back of his skull, brains everywhere.
More than enough to finish him. All right. Allied army. The unit consisting of Tchadril and Lisan and these others, what they're going to do is they're going to begin sweeping to their left across the enemy ranks.
Got a halfling stuck in there.
And they start hacking away at these halflings as they move here. And some of them go further to here. So they're getting in with the halflings. So halfling dies, halfling dies. Halfling dies, halfling dies. You lose some Tirthani irregulars, but not a whole lot. The halflings don't have anything but little obsidian daggers aside from their slings, so they're not very good in melee combat, and they're getting decimated by these flanking soldiers coming in from the side. These troops continue to move, but they haven't arrived yet. The gladiators in here, like Lieutenant Gannon, he moves to the front, and he makes a mighty attack, which hits. He does 22 damage to this Kank Rider. He's a half-giant, and he's using a really enormous stone maul. So he swings this maul down with enough force to, like, crush half the Kank. But the Kank makes its con save and doesn't die instantly for massive damage. Urgo's half-giant gets in there. He wades through to the other side and starts fighting that Kank Rider. He's going to hit, but only for 9 damage.
Some is better than none.
Okay. Rikas and Neva. They wade into battle as well. They're going to approach the battle from this side because they see an opening here in their lines that opened up. They don't want any Kanks getting through. They feel like that side is pretty well taken care of with the flanking army, so they're going to patch up this hole right here. Rikas is happy to get into the battle. He wants to get his hands dirty, and he's roaring as he charges in and hacks at his Kank Rider opponent. Soul.
Yo.
What do you do? You're prone at the back of the Minther Spearman here, next to a big starry Drake form.
It's an action to get up, right?
It's half your movement, so you still have 15 feet. What do you want to do?
Okay, hold up. I reloaded the page on accident, and now, there we go. Ad's over. So, using half my movement to get up. Shit.
Just stay right by me. Don't move. If you have to, heal me or something.
Does he have heal?
Because I can't cast. Oh, damn it. Shit. Fuck. I'll cast Healing Word on him. 1d4 plus 3. Can you roll it?
Oh, I do?
No, I'm rolling it. I said let me roll it.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
4 damage. I have one more spell left to cast at level 1, and I got to start busting out the level 2 spell slots.
A couple of Minther Spearmen see you casting, and they use their reaction to attack you. One of them stabs you with his spear for 7 damage.
Wait, what did he roll?
18.
But it's Healing Word, though. That's not Defiler magic.
He sees him saying magic words. He saw him use verbal magic within 5 feet of him. It freaked him out enough to attack.
Yeah, when it gets to my turn, I'm going to use a free action to fucking yell.
We're gonna have. We might have to kill him.
Hey, he's been getting away with casting spells far too much. I'm being way too lenient most of the time, but I really have to enforce the fact that if people see you casting, They will try to kill you. It is what it is. Dark Sun does not like casters.
Arcane caster.
Right.
Defilers.
Not the.
They view all arcane casters as defilers or potential defilers.
Right. And just because you're not casting defiling magic now doesn't mean you're not going to do it at some point in the future.
Better nip that in the bud right this minute.
Uh-huh.
All right, so will I'll be in the wrong if I were to kill this guy?
That's your call. It's in the middle of a battle. You might get away with it. Just another casualty.
You're not in the right. Let's put it that way.
What? How am I not in the right?
He attacked you. It's
Because-
self-defense.
You are still breaking the law.
Yeah.
Do I perceive it from the back?
Yeah, if you got line of sight, you can probably see what's going on. I mean, Soul just took a spear from one of your allies, so it's kind of noticeable, probably.
Yeah, Chris has direct line of sight to Soul.
Yeah.
Diamond, if I were to brutally attack, wait, well, this is the level 0 guy, right?
Oh yeah, they're pretty weak. He got real
If I
lucky
were
on
to-
his
if I were
damage
to murder
roll.
this guy right now, would you remember the story that he attacked me first for no apparent reason?
Well, I'm
many
not
people
going to
won't
say
care.
anything.
Wait, what'd you say, Diamond?
Well, you healed me, so I'm not going to really care if he accidentally gets killed.
Accidentally. Creus, what about you?
You'll see.
Huh?
You'll see.
Maybe these are some of those soldiers that saw you cast before, and they were just waiting for their chance to get you in the middle of battle.
Damn. Should I do it?
All right. Well, you've only used a bonus action and your movement, or half your movement so far, so you've still got an action if you want to do something.
Okay. This is really between a rock and a hard place. Shit. Hey, Twitch viewers, what should I do? No one's gonna reply in chat in time.
There's
I guess.
What do you have your... Oh, by 5?
Huh? What?
Yeah, I was going to say, just switch it to 1. Your health increment was at 5.
Yeah, I was trying to adjust your hit points, and it was like it went from 24 to 0. I was like, oops. Okay.
Now we're in the middle of battle. and
It's
when if I
combat.
attack-
If you don't decide immediately, you lose your action.
You know what? Fine, I'll do it. I'll attack him with my obsidian dagger.
All right. Try to give him a little subtle stab as a response to his spear attack.
$16 to hit.
That hits.
I feel like I'm gonna regret this, but hey, fuck it. Do I add my proficiency? Wait, what do I add to damage?
You
Dex.
add your
Mod.
dex mod. If it's a finesse dagger, yeah.
Most
And
daggers
if I'm
are finesse
proficient,
weapons.
if I'm proficient in it, does that also add to damage? Or
No.
You know, that's just added to hit.
oh, wait, what? Oh, 2 plus. Fuck.
Playing D&D with us for like a year already.
4 damage.
He dies.
Shit.
Oops.
Shit.
We were
Nice.
just supposed to injure him. Non-lethal
Well-
damage.
I took off the bless thing above my character, so that was a mistake.
You
Oops.
still have it.
You can get another one. It's over here next to the DM screen. There's a whole
It
bunch
was
of bags.
self-defense. He attacked me for no reason.
Down here in this corner. DM screen.
Remember the story. Which
I-
Traxxas, right?
Oh.
Remember
Yes,
the
yes.
story, Traxxas. Remember the story. We're in this together now.
That's Stai's turn.
Yeah, I think he's done.
Oh, it's,
So the
I
Kank
use my-
Riders,
yeah, that-
the Kank
yeah.
Riders attack. You lose more of your spearmen in the Kank Rider attack.
Is there anywhere that spellcasters are accepted, like any city or something, where is it all just?
No.
No,
Everywhere.
everywhere.
You know, now that you just killed, the spearman, you really just like, I don't know. You're kind of telling like what side of the magical sphere you are in.
He tried to kill me.
Of course, because you're not careful enough. But like, it's like our other people are gonna see that in the middle of a fight.
Moving on.
So the Kank Riders fight valiantly. They're starting to lose, though. Daggermaw, what do you do?
Charge.
Charge.
Through the hole. Plug the hole.
Yeah. Hold that front line.
So. Oh, that was an 11. It turned into a 7.
13 misses by 1.
She's just gnawing on like the exoskeleton, just trying to break through, and it's just not happening.
Yep, bony plate. Too tough. All right, after Daggermaw, Morg. Gladiator Morg, what do you do?
I'm going to leave this frontal kink to all the spearmen as I like turn my head to them and roar what can only be indicated as a battle cry roar.
Battle cry.
And I will flank this one and finish it off, or attempt to. +5 hit.
Lag.
Maybe some roaring laughter.
Hyenas can roar, right?
If I were to use the soothing style to heal someone, would it automatically disappear, or will I still have like?
22 to hit.
Hyenas don't roar, but they do chuckle. Yeah, like that. 22 hits.
Wait, but Ninja, if I were to use a soothing salve, like, does it just heal them, like, and it's all gone, or is it like multiple use thing? A soothing salve.
Yeah, I'd have to look it
One
up.
thing at a time.
Alright, that's 15 points of damage, and I assume that kills him?
Yeah, for sure.
Alright, I'm gonna use my bonus action as a free attack with my rampage to attack the other Kank Riders that are kind of behind me.
A free kill?
Free attack, or bonus
None.
attack action. So it's another 22 bit.
Another hit. How much damage on that one?
3 + 5. I'm gonna use my D8 focus die to try to reroll 2 for a total of 3 more points of damage. 15 points of damage on the other one.
All right.
And that's massive damage?
Yeah, it's pretty close. It's half of 37. 18.
Yeah, 18.
Wait, what is a soothing salve?
I don't know. I found healing salve.
I got this when I put that half elf to sleep back in the slave pens, and I haven't used it since.
I could have sworn soothing salve came from that one alchemy book. I'm looking at it, and I don't see it in there. I swear it came from this. Am I just overlooking it? I don't see it.
And I'm gonna use like some remaining movement to get even further. Trying to assist this area.
Okay.
I don't mind if they make an attack of opportunity on me.
If I recall correctly, just using my terrible memory, I thought the soothing salve was the thing where you take it when you take a rest and it boosts your natural healing. I didn't think it was like
I
a
believe
healing
it was a
potion.
custom. Yeah, I think it was a custom item that you were supposed to use during long rest.
Right. Yeah, that's how I recall it, as a boost
Or
to
short
that.
rest, I mean.
All right, so Caster Blaster is going to make his 2 attacks. He throws Psychic Dagger 1, Psychic Dagger 2. Only the first one hits. It does a whopping 5 damage. Huzzah! Thrash. And after that, we go back to the top. The Halflings. These ones see a bunch of their friends dying and their morale breaks and they start to run. They take attacks of opportunity from the flankers, but only one of them hits. So let's see. These halflings die. These ones run. These ones also begin to run. These ones over here that are not real close to the attack turn and begin making ranged attacks against the Tirthani irregulars, who are killed. So I'm going to move some of these halflings here because they kind of like got within a good range to rain ranged attacks down on those Tirthani irregulars. Really focus firing on those guys and doing a whole lot of damage. So the halflings have moved here and are attacking this way. Chris.
Oh, Psycho Frog left.
I'm gonna cast a fireball on all of these guys now.
He's back.
Oh, Psycho Frog's
Oh,
back.
come on.
You wanna what?
You target the halflings. They grouped up finally.
Yeah.
He's been waiting for so long to use this time. It's time.
And you're gonna die for it.
Fireball.
Okay.
Why is he gonna die for it?
Okay, all the halflings explode.
Soul just used a fireball from behind allied lines.
That's not Soul.
Oh, sorry.
Gramorn.
Warren.
Wait,
And
wow! I'm
he's a
already
fire
getting
cleric.
playing for spells I didn't cast. That's crazy.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm using and you would know that as being a druid, you would know what it.
All right, so halfling bodies go flying through the air in every direction like a volcano of halflings. Do you want to do anything else?
Beautiful description.
I
Beautiful.
think I've done enough.
A volcano of halflings. Okay, Trexus.
Alright, Traxxas is going to make his way over to this hole and
Plug the hole! Scream.
Shillelagh smack.
do a sweeping strike with their shillelagh'd quarterstaff from range. And it's just a flat... Oh wait, that's got a +2 to it. My bad. Doesn't matter. God, I am rolling so terribly. But, I mean, I'm pretty sure getting even closer, that Kank is, like, freaking out.
Yeah. Vrenta, what do you do?
Mm-hmm. Let's see, who's hurt?
Well, you just saw Soul take 7 damage from one of your own men for some reason.
Yeah. So
This
we're
one's
good.
wounded pretty
Yeah.
good. This one's partially
let's-
wounded. This one.
Let's take that one out. He didn't move, so Brent's gonna aim at him and do the sniper shot.
Which one are you sniper shooting?
The one with 22 damage.
Oh.
They're like 40 or so. So I just want to make sure it's dead.
Hit.
18.
How much damage? 15.
8 plus 16. 19 damage.
You only needed 15, so he dies.
Right through the torso.
Yep.
Just sticking right out through his sternum.
Not through the heart.
And you're too late.
Yeah, you can see the arrow just bobs up and down like 3 times and then stops.
And then, from the east, Quick Windsor comes running over the hill. And charges in, and close on his heels is the rest of the flanking army, which crashes into the backside of the Kank riders on the side here, as well as your mobile cart, but it's a little bit slower, I think, so it's towards the back, and it's got these guys. These guys have ranged attacks, so they're going to take a bunch of ranged attacks from the back row, and they're going to attack the Kank Riders there. Damn, 10 damage. Not bad.
Is that our flat lizard?
Yeah, your flat lizard. It's got a bunch of crossbowmen on the back, and they fire shots.
Hey, Skip, the flat lizard.
All right, between Quick Windsor and the gladiators and the shots, this Kank Rider will die. This Kank Rider will die. They'll even finish off this fleeing halfling over here with a couple well-placed ranged attacks from this Gith gladiator. So flank charging in, crushing the opposition. That's your allied army. Soul. You're facing off against a couple of Minther's spearmen. One of them snarls at you. I saw what you done. You'll die for that, caster. And his friend next to him says, he's a witch. Stab him in the guts.
I don't want to have to kill two of my own spell. This is bad. It's either I stand here and let myself get killed, or I kill more soldiers. Fuck.
Are you gonna let yourself die and make a new character?
Or I could go out like not a bitch. What would happen if I were to retreat?
Well, they would each get an attack of opportunity against you. Well,
If
no.
they were
Actually, let me think. They're part of allied armies, so yeah, they did get their reaction back. So yeah, they could react against you. You can take the disengage action, and they won't be able to hit you.
Yes, I want to take the disengage action.
All right, you disengage. Where do you want to move to?
Far as back as possible.
All right, you retreat straight back.
Wait.
I forgot I had
fair trial. I demand fair trial. Leave me alone.
I forgot I had push to talk on, but I was gonna say, couldn't you kind of persuade them in like, I'm a healer, god damn it! Do you really want to die on the battlefield and me not save your ass?
I don't care. I don't think they care that I'm a healer. I think it's the fact that I used arcane magic.
They saw the verbal component of his spell. They saw magic words come out of his mouth, and it made them very angry.
Well, I think my Drake form will probably have a couple of words because I'm pretty sure they were within earshot of me.
Oh yeah, you would have heard it. You're right next to him.
This is bad. I don't want to have to kill you guys.
Takes one to know one. How do you know it's magic?
I'm a druid.
No, not you. I mean, like the spearmen. It's like, how do you guys know what is like? What's the kind of magic again?
Preserver.
Arcane magic.
I'm just saying, if we were to let the Kank Riders in front of them viciously murder them in front of our eyes, I wouldn't be opposed to it.
Well, anyway, they made their move. Oh wait, you made your move. That's right. So it's the Kank Rider's turn.
All right, a Kank Rider is going to attack Conla. He rolls a 4. He misses. A Kank Rider is going to attack Ken. He misses. When he misses, Ken is going to use his reaction to make a counter attack, and he misses. Unreal. All right.
Damn, Ken, it happened.
All right. Kank Rider attacks Minther's men. Nat 20. Oof. He skewers 2 of the Minther's men on the same spear and lifts their bodies up into the air. Gruesome. This Kank Rider attacks Urgo's half-giant. Misses. This Kank Rider is going to attack Neva. Misses. Daggermaw.
Chomp, 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 chomp.
Further bites. We're almost out of time, aren't we? 11:52.
Yeah.
This is the biggest cliffhanger ever.
This will be the last round of combat, I think.
I should have killed those two. Because if they try to kill me after this, I'm not going down like a bitch. I'm going through as many as possible before I get arrested.
Roll some damage.
Arcane boom.
You can let yourself die, or I could not let myself go down like a bitch.
We could always try to use diplomacy and or persuasion.
14.
When does that ever work?
Same as his AC, it hits.
No, that was the damage.
Oh, the damage. Yeah, 18 was the hit, 14 to damage. That makes it 29. He doesn't die, but it rips one of his buggy legs off.
If we were to tell a group lie, I think we'd be able to, pass it off as, a spearman going insane.
You know when a dog carries a big stick, like too big for it? That's what I imagine a kank leg looks like in Dagger Maul's mouth.
Yeah, I was about to say, the Dagger Maul rips the leg off, and she kind of like looks back at Renta, kind of like doing this little happy dance. With this big old thing sticking out of her mouth.
To draw this to a close, I will say, now that we're on Allied Army turn, the flanking forces will move in.
No, it's Morg's turn.
Now, is it? Yeah, Dagger Maul, then Morg. All right, sorry. And then after Morg and Norcus do their attacks, then the flanks will come in and crush what's left. Morg, what do you do?
I go in and lead the flank and smash this one.
All right. Smash. Ergo smiles at you and says, "Crush, brother, crush."
17.
Hit.
Maximum damage.
Oof, that's a small one. Reroll with focus on the one. Plus 4, 13 points of damage.
Are you still rating?
Yeah, I'm reading.
Is that factored in there?
Yes.
All right.
So, I guess negative 18.
Couldn't math for a second there. All right, so Norcus is going to move through the ranks here, and he's going to throw a couple daggers at the kank that you're fighting over there. He hits with both. Does 14 damage. That's 32 total. Oh, he's almost dead. He's almost dead. And after Norcus, then all of the flanking groups just totally encircle the enemy army, and it's sort of like Game of Thrones, Battle of the Bastards, where the forces are pressed in from all sides, and they fight as hard as they can, but eventually they succumb to their wounds as they're just being attacked from all sides and can't do anything to defend against it. All right, so you've won the first skirmish. You took some heavy losses in the front line, but once your flanks came in, you dominated. You don't know how much of a percentage of the enemy army that first attack wave consisted of, so there's going to be another wave of the enemy that comes at you you're going to have to contend with soon. But this first battle, you've won. So your army all raises their weapons in the air and lets out a mighty cheer. Ah! We've won the day! The enemy was crushed!
Is there anyone that went down that we're able to maybe help bring them back up?
No!
What was
What
that?
the hell is that?
It's him saying, "No, don't get him up."
No!
Right.
Oh, look, there's a couple of guys unconscious right in front of me.
Yeah, can you do a constitution save there for these spear guys over there?
No, anybody that's a healing type person can attempt to heal one of your troops.
What do you mean? I can't cast magic.
Traxxas is going to admonish those two spearmen and say, "That was our healer, you idiots! Attack them and they will attack you back because they're the healer! Don't attack our healer!"
They're going to say, "He's a wizard!"
He's not a wizard! That would be saying, "I'm a wizard too, but I'm a druid, ya numbnuts!"
All right, well, you're trying to convince them that he's a cleric or druid, so roll a persuasion.
Please. Wouldn't it be deception?
Yeah, deception, I mean. Sorry.
Please.
You know what? No, I'm not. I'm not going to use it. I'm going to use the Dark Sun one because I've been rolling poorly on that roller.
What do you mean?
Really?
Dark Sun Persuasion?
I mean, it would be a shame if two of our spearmen were to go down randomly at night.
The no, the Dark Sun channel on Myths and
Are
Monsters.
you rolling?
Oh, I see what you mean. For your dice
threat?
roll. A 5!
God damn it! It follows me over here too.
It's not your night.
We gotta kill him. We gotta kill him.
Are you rolling intimidation?
No deception.
No, not you, not you.
What is your charisma score at?
It's
Saya. He's like,
Yeah?
it'd be a shame if you guys like died in the middle of the night. You're rolling intimidation.
No, I'm not there. I'm just saying in my mind, like, oh man. I'm like stabbing practicing as I'm walking away.
no. I mean, I failed, but I mean, you could try to defend yourself. You have a higher charisma than I do.
True.
Okay. Yes, god damn it. He went mad and attacked me just for trying to heal an ally. Can you believe the man? I am the healer. I was healing an ally.
I'll do an insight on whatever you say.
Hey Ninja, are there any surviving, like just
Night cycle.
unconscious guys on the field that we can save, like that are really like, are any of them quote unquote rolling death saves?
Yeah.
Can I
I tried to say that, but I guess it got glossed over a bit. Yes, anybody who is a healer type of character can attempt to save one of the dying right now. Like
I roll
immediately
a
after the
check?
battle, you can try to save people.
Can I roll a
Yeah,
deception check to try to defend
I would
myself?
use a good berry and start trying to like force.
Well,
feed
there were all the good
dying
berries to
people
begin
good
with. We
berries.
had like over 400 of them, which means that some people actually had extra berries.
I mentioned this earlier, but the extra good berries, if we took a long rest and it passed the night, the good berries lose their potency after a day.
Long, can you not do that?
Which one are
Good
you?
night, guys. I
So
gotta
they're
go.
just
See ya.
okay.
Good
Bye.
night.
Yes, I
So
Good
I
night.
go.
All right,
We're gonna
Can I
end
roll a
very
deception
shortly.
check? Can I roll a deception check to
So
try
they
to
will
defend
just
myself?
be some tasty berries. Well, they're not quite fresh, but still pretty tasty for.
Can I roll a
tasty.
deception check to try to defend myself?
Yeah.
Okay. Come on.
When I do my insight, I wanna do a guidance on myself.
21.
All right. You plead your case desperately that no, you're simply a healer. You're not an arcane caster. It's convincing enough that the person who attacked you apologizes and says, "Oh, I misunderstood." He'll tell a story about how his entire family was killed by defilers, and he's a little quick on the draw when he thinks he sees magic being cast.
Oh man, that's so sad. I can't. Oh man, I feel so bad for you, motherfucker.
You're still gonna try and murder him, aren't you?
Hell yeah.
Is there any one of your spells that you're casting though that is actually like damaging the environment around?
Not a single one. There's vicious mockery, which is just very hurtful words. Minor illusion, disguise self, unseen servant, healing word, sleep, and dissonant whisper, who's literally just a whisper that causes psychic damage. And also no mirror image, but I haven't cast it yet.
But what will trigger like the effect
Of
For
trigger
you.
the effect of what?
of like defiling?
Oh, it's by choice. I have to say, oh yeah, like again, I don't know how defiling works exactly, but I have to specify, oh yeah, I'm defiling the environment around me so I can get such and such on my spell. Defiling's a choice.
I think it's on your recharges. You know, it's like because
Good night, everybody.
See you, Diamond.
Oh, see you, damn it.
Okay. I was about to say something in Diamond, but whatever. I was trying to mention that, like, in terms of good berry, they only last 24 hours. So I mean, we could still like have some that last like before we cast it before a long rest, and there would still be some. But I don't think it would be quite 400 between just the two of us,
Yeah, that sounds pretty broken.
because like they only generate 10. I'm pretty sure he has the same amount of spell casting slots as me.
Yeah.
So, like, even if we're casting it up at second level as well before we go to take a long rest, and not thinking that we're going to get ambushed in the night and we're using everything, that's still only 8 spell slots, so we'd have 160 berries at max.
All right. Well, I gave you back about 10 of your lost troops. They were
Okay.
able to be spared from dying by giving them some emergency medical treatment right there. There's still a bunch of wounded, so people are patching themselves up and getting some medical treatment from anybody that's got a healer's kit. A bunch of the Templars are going to come out and help out.
If I were to stab a handful of the soldiers at night with a barb needle, would that instantly kill them?
If you catch a sleeping enemy, they're considered like
Auto crit?
yeah, it's like an auto crit. So you can do a coup de grace against them that can potentially kill them.
Thank you, Ninja. Wait.
The Bard's
Can I
Needle
ask
might
this
not
guy's-
do it though. Like it only does 1 damage, so you really want to
It's
apply
poisonous.
like a strong poison to it and then land it with sneak attack damage, coup de grace,
already has
critical
poison.
hit.
It already has poison on it.
Yeah, well, that's like a magic poison that is part of its enchantment, right?
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
All right. So you could apply a mundane poison on top of that, and then it would be double poison.
Okay, I like what you're thinking. So, Ninja, can I ask this soldier's name before we depart?
Let's see.
I mean, can you just tell him by his face apart from the other soldiers? You can't remember that?
Is he horrendously ugly?
There, I'll
Yeah, so
change this group of spearmen to 8, and then I'll change this group of spearmen to 2. And I will... Let's see, what's the word? Suspicious?
Is that his name?
I'm thinking, like, suspicious means that you're the one that's, like, acting shady. It wouldn't be the person who is suspicious. What's the word for somebody who is...
Suspecting?
Suspecting, maybe.
Expecting?
Expecting.
He knows too much. He's probably lying about being convinced, Loki.
Cautious.
I'm gonna
I
call
don't know.
them the anti-wizard spearmen.
Okay.
Okay,
They're gonna be the anti-alive spearmen if they keep trying to go after me.
I'm gonna change
Anti-alives.
I'm gonna change their color. So if you need to know who they were, you can remember their faces, and it's these 2 guys that I've marked their color out and separated them as the
Hey, yo,
anti-wizard spearmen.
Would it be strange if I were to ask Long to cast Pass Without a Trace on me in the middle of the night?
All right. Well,
I'm
we'll
not a spell,
figure
shut up.
we'll figure all that out next week. So thanks for watching out there in Twitch land. I'm going to end the stream here. It was a good epic battle against the army of Uruk. I'm happy we finally got to that. So
Yeah, it finally got a lot of interest.
oh yeah.
This isn't even all of the battle. There's more.
Oh yeah, this was only the first wave. The full army has yet to arrive. This is just
Things have gotten-
the vanguard. They sent this in to see if they could crush you in one strong attack, but then you had tactics and you pincered them and crushed their forward army. So now they're gonna have to send those reserve troops that they held back. They're gonna have to send those against you.